5 will work. Okay.
Are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
Weights have been lifted. Sprints have been run. Preparation for today's game is history. It's time to get it done. You're listening on MichiganSportsRadio.com.
The basketball postseason is just around the corner, and a very familiar name swims to the top at the Upper Peninsula Finals. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid. The boys' basketball brackets were released on Sunday, as the MHSAA boys basketball tournament is set to start on Monday, February 26th. In each district, the top 2 teams, according to MPR, were placed on opposite sides of the draw, and the remaining teams were placed according to a random draw. Next Sunday, the 25th, the girls' bracket will be released. It's done the same way, with the top 2 teams in each district going on opposite sides of the bracket, and the girls' tournament begins March 4th. A great majority of tournament games will be available on the NFHS network. Just go to nfhsnetwork.com to search for your team's games. The finals for both the girls and boys will air live on Bally Sports Detroit. The boys' finals are Saturday, March 16th, with the girls 1 week later on March 23rd. Remember, the boys' tournament is first this year. Semifinals and finals will be played at the Breslin Center in East Lansing. The defending champs on the boys' side are Detroit Cass Tech in D1, Ferndale in Division 2, Flint Beecher in Division 3, and Munising in D4. On the girls' side, it was Rockford in Division 1, Lansing Catholic in D2, Hemlock in Division 3, and Maple City Glen Lake in Division 4. For scores, updated brackets, and game times, please be sure to check out MHSAA.com. It's time for Game Balls, when we highlight a trio of standout performances from the past week. First, Madawan's Noah Van Lanningham. He scored a school record 40 in a game against Holt, making 9 triples in the process. The 40 points put him over 1,000 career points and made him Madawan's all-time leading scorer. Mason County Eastern's Clay Shoup. Clay poured in 55 points in a win over Manistee Catholic, breaking the school's single-game record. And to both the boys and girls bowling teams at Bay City John Glenn, each captured their 4th straight Bay County championship.
For high school seniors, the matchup of the year isn't on the field. It's actually online. That's right. When you fill out the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, you could also be eligible for thousands of dollars in additional money from the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. Yep, nearly 80% of students who fill out the FAFSA may be eligible. Now that's a matchup we can all root for. Get started today at michigan.gov/achievement. The Michigan Achievement Scholarship. It's a game changer.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with the MHSAA's Director of Officiating Services, Sam Davis.
We're on the basketball court today, where a player fires up a shot that fails to make it to the basket. An air ball. But if he's able to catch the ball before anyone else touches it, is this a traveling violation? If not, what is the player able to do now? It is not traveling as long as the referee judges the first release of the ball as a shot attempt. After catching the shot, it's treated the same as grabbing an offensive rebound that hit the rim. The player can now restart his dribble, pass the ball, or shoot again. A shot attempt is a shot attempt, regardless of it hitting the rim or backboard.
Thanks, Sam. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, go to the MHSAA website now to register. With most winter sports just starting the postseason, there is one that's already in the record books. The UP Swimming and Diving held its finals at Marquette over the weekend, and the host school won titles on both the boys and girls side. The girls brought home their 5th title in 6 years and 28th overall. They finished first in 4 individual and 2 relay events. Grace Sobchak was a part of 4 of those wins. She was fastest in the 200-yard individual medley, the 500 freestyle, and was on the 200 medley and 400 freestyle relay teams. Gladstone was second, Ishpeming Westwood third. For the boys, similar story. Marquette finished first in 3 individual events and all 3 relays. It's their 5th straight title and 31st overall. Junior Trevor Crandall won the 50-yard freestyle and was on the winning 200 medley and 400 freestyle relay teams. Houghton finished second, Gladstone was third. For complete coverage from the pool in Marquette, be sure to go to MHSAA.com. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross. We'll be back next week.
Back right nearest 4. Pam right nearest with 2. Turns to win. Yes! Pam right nearest. Grandville wins.
The ball is tipped, and there you are. You're running for your life. You're a shooting star, and all the years.
Inbound against the pressure, lobbed ahead over the timeline to Gable. Gable straight to the basket, elevates, slams it down over top of Orlaw. Oh my goodness, that tomahawk jam over top of the defender. Up fake, leaning right elbow, skips the right corner to Watson, catch and shoot 3. Splash! Muskegon has taken the lead, 47-46. Justin Watson, another triple. He has 9, 138 in the third, and a big red lead. Line given on to Titus. Titus angles, pull-up shot for the lead. Good! Brady Titus, a scream to the heavens after he knocks it down. And the Hudsonville Eagles are state champions for the first time in school history. They mob at center court. Head coach Casey Glass, in his 12th season, has taken the Eagles to the mountaintop. They are state champions. And it's the ultimate revenge for Tri-Unity. Another state championship for Coach Keeler's squad. The defenders of Tri-Unity Christian, state champions in Division 4. 56-45 the final.
It's more than a contest. It's more than a race.
This is March on MGN. This is game night on Michigan Sports Radio. We're at Byron Center here tonight. Nate Dreyer, Aiden Lynch back alongside me tonight, and it's always one of my absolute favorite nights of the year on March on MGN. It's the district semifinal night. It's a doubleheader of action tonight on MGN. We start with what's probably going to be one of the games of the night. There's a lot of great games around West Michigan this evening, but maybe the best one is the first game here tonight. Hudsonville and Byron Center, 2 teams with seasons that kind of mirrored each other. We'll get to things much more on that, and then later on, it's the upset kids from Monday continuing their season, Jenison, as they take on East Kentwood, as the Wildcats look for another really, really improbable win in that one. Aiden, I'll bring you in here as we work our way into our Centennial Securities pregame show. This first game, Hudsonville, Byron Center. It's an intense game. It's teams that, you look at their size, look at their talent, their skill levels. They really, really mirror each other. And like I said, there's a lot of really great games around West Michigan tonight, top to bottom, going on. This one, though, certainly is right up there for among the best.
Yeah, and we were talking about before the game off air. Unity and South Christian sold out.
Yeah.
So lots of games tonight that are a big part of this. But Byron Center, Hudsonville, the size, the matchups will be the best thing to watch tonight on MGN.
Next level players certainly are going to be right in the forefront this evening. 9+ right now. Mid-major D1 offers already on the table for junior 6'9" standout forward Camden Carroll for Byron Center. On the other side, Braden Shamroy, their 4th-year senior point guard, on his way to Tiffin next year. Dropped a career high, put up 35 points against Wyoming, as Hudsonville against Wyoming on Monday night set a school record with 97 points over the Wolves in a back-and-forth game there. So the Eagles certainly playing some of their best basketball of the year. Byron Center is playing maybe the best basketball of anyone in West Michigan right now. 11 straight wins, including wins over Northview and Grand Rapids Christian during that run. So the Bulldogs are absolutely rolling. The Eagles are absolutely rolling, and we certainly cannot wait to get to all of it here tonight. We're going to quick step aside on our Centennial Securities pregame show. When we come back, a lot more to get to in this one. Hudsonville Byron Center starts the doubleheader night here in District 7.
Was founded based on the belief that the interests of our clients must always come first.
We listen and understand your objectives before making a recommendation.
We customize the portfolio of investments to fit your goals.
It is our commitment to provide a strong line of communication.
Our services include family wealth management, saving for retirement, and estate planning and trust services.
Getting started is as easy as picking up the phone. After all, when everything is said and done, isn't it about time?
It's the final game, folks. This one wins the series.
Struck out with the cheap seats? Important things aren't worth compromising. At Farmers, we offer both quality insurance and great savings. Here, take mine.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Bullhouse rips it out. Here we go. Miles Steffen to run the first attack here. And a couple of points on that possession. Doesn't get it. Physical game early. Slow down. The game gets slopped up. And it winds up being an all-time classic. I expect nothing short of that tonight again.
Yeah, I think so.
Neves, corner, got one. And a timeout from Coach Vanderslijk's Gymnasium. Centennial Securities pregame show. Let's take a look. Best thing to say about it, really fun contest. Bulldogs will get it out of the break right here with 53 seconds to go. Hey everyone, Nate from Michigan Game Night. If you haven't already, make sure to check out the end. Going by DeYoung of the Bulldogs. DeYoung for Reagan Neris, free throw line. Turns the back, left wing, Wade, triple try, splash! What a couple of moments and possessions for the Bulldog freshman. Timeout from Coach Riddell. Unbelievable. Here for Reynolds, second free throw, the right hand overhead motion is good for Caden Neves. Really terrific game for him. He's now got 10 of Grandville's 26 and a 6-point lead for the Bulldogs. Left wing, Sorokin bounding in the lane, left corner DeYoung, all alone, triple, splash, right down the hatch, absolutely pure for Jackson DeYoung, Grandville by 9. It is good for Caden Neves, really terrific game for him. He's now got 10 of Grandville's 26 and a 6-point lead for the Bulldogs. We'll go to highlights to start in the first half with the Neves dunk and then a couple more that we'll follow that up with. He's all alone, drives the basket, jams it, and one! He's fouled through the dunk. Caden Neves finishing strong with the right hand, has a chance for one more.
You can feel confident.
We are Centennial Securities,
an independent firm with a team of committed professionals
who strive to exceed our clients' expectations by giving outstanding service.
We're proud to be part of our community where we live and work.
You can feel confident choosing Farmers, which means a black cat doesn't always spell bad news.
What about a gang of them?
Actually, a group of cats is called a clouder. Isn't that right, tough guy?
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Byron Center and game night on Michigan Sports Radio. Nate and Aiden back with you here on the Centennial Securities pregame show. Getting a little bit closer, about 13 and a half minutes away from tipping off Hudsonville and Byron Center to start the night. Let's start breaking this thing down a little bit. As I mentioned just before the break, Aiden, right now, there is no team in West Michigan hotter than the Byron Center Bulldogs. 17-5 on the season, an 11-game win streak. During that win streak, they're scoring over 60 points per game. They're giving up right around 46 points per game. But in particular, wins over Northfield, wins over Grand Rapids Christian. Oddly enough, a couple close games, overtime game mixed in there, a couple other close ones as well as a 2-point win over Forest Hills Northern last time out on Friday for Byron Center. But the thing about this team is they found a little bit more aggressive streak, I think, for Coach Rodriguez and some of their pressing, some of their full court action that they bring to the table. That's been a little bit of the factor. We know, of course, what a guy like Camden Carroll brings to the table. They got a lot of good two-way guards as well. The aggressiveness of this Byron Center team as the stretch run has gone on has certainly upped, and that's been a big part of what has led them to this streak that puts them among, or if not the best team in West Michigan.
Yeah, no, 100%. And they got to look at 11-game win streak. Notable wins, yes, but Hudsonville going up against this team, they cannot let their guard down tonight. They can't get the 11-game win streak and the notable wins in their heads because they let that guard down, and Hudsonville is just going to run all over them. Sizing, matchups, everything is going to be a key factor tonight, and they're going to try to find those quick moments where they can get mismatches, and that'll help them with their points tonight.
Eric Elliott for Hudsonville, one of the longest tenured and really just one of the best coaches in West Michigan, period. Last year took this team all the way to the regional championship game where they fell to Muskegon, who, of course, found their way all the way to the Breslin Center and all the way to the state championship game last year. They brought back most of that team from a year ago, including their 4-year senior leader. He came up in the playoffs essentially as a freshman, Braden Shamray, on his way to Tiffin, had 35 points against Wyoming, one of the best games of his career, and just a terrific two-way player. He's joined in the backcourt by a sophomore, 5'8", Jovan Daniels, as skilled as it gets. We're going to talk a lot about the size and the athleticism up front for Byron Center, but it's the guard play for Hudsonville this year, along with their athletes on the wing, that has certainly been incredible, and it's been led by Shamray, their leading do-it-all senior.
Yeah, no, their guards are going to play a huge factor tonight, especially in the pace of this game. You get fast guards, you're going to have a higher-paced games, and you're going to get people running down back and forth, whether it's a fast break or just trying to get up and reset your team. That'll be a big factor tonight.
Well, the pace is going to be big, and we'll talk a lot about that because I think we've got some question marks what exactly this pace is going to look like, because both these teams have got different paces that they're comfortable at playing. Are we going to have a point in this game maybe where both teams are feeling each other out? Or are we going to have a place where Byron Center starts a bit of a run and jump? Hudsonville just went up against Wyoming, who's probably the fastest team in West Michigan on Monday, and they put up 97 on them. So Hudsonville has shown that they are very, very capable at handling the pace. So that's all going to be something really interesting. You mentioned Byron Center. We talk about the guard play for Hudsonville leading the way a lot. It's the guys up front. Of course, Camden Carroll talked about him in the open here of our Centennial Securities pregame show. 9 D1 offers, 6'9", a stretch 4. Really can guard the 3, the 4, and the 5, especially the 5 down to the post. But athletes outside of that, Ben Hegel, 6'6". He can throw it down, and he can play both ways. J.J. Brock, 6'5", is as athletic as they come. And if you're talking about having a dunk competition among the best in West Michigan at dunking the basketball, J.J. Brock, a guy who oftentimes comes off the bench, certainly is right up there as well. And then you can kind of talk about Braylon McFall on the other side for Hudsonville. But athletes up front for Byron Center, a very, very big part of what they're going to do.
Yeah, no, and I'm looking at the roster here, and I'm interested to see what those matchups are going to be like, because you've got about a 2 or 3 inch height difference on them. So being able to see, we saw it on Monday with Jenison versus Grandville, where we had, who was the two in the paint?
Regnerus and Chatfield.
Regnerus and Chatfield. Chatfield held his own.
Yes,
so
for sure.
Anything could happen here tonight, and even 2 or 3 inches, that's not going to make too much of a difference if they can hold their own tonight.
And again, it's so interesting because you have a guy like Carroll, the guy who's going to be the tallest player on the court by 3-4 inches at a time. He typically likes to play on the perimeter more, or at least in the mid-range more as well. So he provides a little bit of an interesting, or at least on the offensive end of the floor. He'll probably play defensively more in the post. All that so interesting to get to. We mentioned the pace. We'll mention some more kind of key players on the wing. The coaching battle as well going to be so critical in this one. We'll get to all that. Right after this, we're going to step aside. Be right back here on the Centennial Securities pregame show and game night on Michigan Sports Radio. This is March on MGN.
The 10 winners of the Nobel Peace Prize or the last 5 Miss Americas, the point is the applause dies and the achievements are forgotten. But can you name 3 friends who helped you through tough times or teachers who encouraged you in school? We remember those who make a difference in our lives. I'm Randy Hansen, president of Centennial Securities. What matters to us are the personal relationships we have with our clients, helping them build a secure financial future. As a Centennial Securities customer, you know what I mean. If you're not, isn't it about time?
Member SIPC and FINRA.
Hey everyone, Nate from Michigan Game Night. If you haven't already, make sure to check out the MGN shop. You can find it through MichiganGameNight.com or the Michigan Game Night page on Michigan Sports Radio. Click on the Buy MGN Merch button or tab on either page and find your way on over. You can check out a store that has hats, beanies, sweatshirts, t-shirts, water bottles, and everything in between, from just simple MGN logo designs to playoff featured designs, designs with famous calls and moments from MGN, and much, much more. Make sure you check out the MGN shop through MichiganGameNight.com or MichiganSportsRadio.com/MGN.
Can you identify your number 1 personal trait? The thing that you do better than most others? If not, this may be a good time to think this through. If you're really good at writing, then why use the phone? If you're great on the phone, why use email? If you have exceptional human relation skills, why sit back and let others lead? I'm Randy Hansen, president of Centennial Securities Company. Playing to our strengths is something we do very well at Centennial. And if you're already a customer, you know what I mean. If not, isn't it about time?
Member SIPC and FINRA.
Welcome back, Centennial Securities pregame show. This is March on MGN here on Michigan Sports Radio. Nate Dreyer, Aiden Lynch joining me. Hamilton Jr. Filling in, a junior from Hamilton, filling in for Chandler here tonight. Of course, CT and I each coming from Hamilton in the Covering Hawkeye Sports program that I guess as I get older, we were kind of part of starting all those years ago, just 3-4 years ago, something like that, right? Or
it wasn't
4 or 5
too long.
Or 6 or 7 or 8 or however many it was, but
keep it at 4 or 5.
Yeah, Aiden part of that and does the play-by-play for the Hawkeyes and their basketball program as well on their streams on their Hamilton Athletics YouTube page. So excited to have Aiden back with us here this evening, like we did on Monday, where he got to see the upset of the year here on game night. Now we have a couple rivals of the team that lost on Monday, Hudsonville and Byron Center back at it. We mentioned the pace. Let's talk about it a little bit because I have a lot of question marks in terms of what it's going to be. And this is going to be one of those great segments where we say a lot but don't really say anything.
Yeah.
Because both these teams have a DNA to go slow from time to time. Hudsonville traditionally a very grinding team when you look at a lot of Coach Elliott's teams, but this is one of the faster teams he's had over the last couple years. This Byron Center team has shown an ability to slow things down, play some half-court zones defensively, and play some dribble drive and slower stuff offensively from time to time. But at the same time, Byron Center willing to run and jump you with their athletes in the full court and turn defense into offense, and Hudsonville is willing to run right there with them. So we're going to have our eye, and I know you especially will, you're going to have your eye on that post, or that pace battle, I should say, all night long, trying to keep an eye with where is it, who has the advantage, what are these coaches trying to do to manipulate the pace.
Yeah, and I'm a big guy in looking at the pace. I love to look at the pace because that's what makes or breaks a game half the time. And with these two teams, both teams have someone or a couple people who can throw it down. So you get those fast breaks, throw them down easy. Those will be easy points, and that'll be easy to add to that pace.
And both teams at the same time also have players that if the offense does wind up getting more grinding, more half court, they trust to go around the ball screens and make things happen. You think about Shamray coming around screens, knocking things down up top. The same can be said for Carroll on their side. I will say right now, part of warm-ups, I see a little bit of a 1-2-2 kind of swinging zone drill being worked on by Hudsonville right now. Maybe one thing to put in the back of your head as they're kind of looking at some of their half-court zone things that they may potentially be able to throw out all something to certainly keep our eye on. The pace is going to be so critical. That'll be really our main X factor. We don't know what pace is going to advantage what team. I do think the one thing that's going to be happening is whenever one team's on a run, the other coach is going to be going to every tool he has to try to change what that pace is.
Yeah, and we're seeing a little bit more of the same thing from Byron Center here. Both teams are kind of thinking about the same thing, incorporating the same thing, a little bit of a zone defense there, so that could help out with the pace of slowing it down a little bit, getting a lot more swings in, getting a lot more passes in, and we might see a lot more from outside the three-point line and outside the arc than we might see in the inside.
And I've always wondered when you have these warm-up drills going on, how much of it is a little bit of trying to not show your hand, maybe showing, oh yeah, here's our 1-2-2. We're not going to run it, but here it is.
Yeah.
I always wonder how much that you see it sometimes with some of the football scout team stuff that happens before those games as
100%.
well. All right, last break here on the Centennial Securities pregame show. When we get back, final X factors, final keys to this one. Then we'll get you the anthem, and we'll also get you player introductions both live down with the public address. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on March on MGN. We're live from Byron Center for District Semis Wednesday.
What would you do with some extra time? Shop Fastlane today.
Somebody once said life moves pretty fast, and that's exactly how we like it. Want to build something? Great. Start businesses, build bridges, raise a whole city. Future in fighting crime? Want to save lives? Do it all here. But you've got to go forward fast. Because today is now, and tomorrow is soon. And to get ahead of the game, you got to get ahead of your time. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Are you looking for a new career? Aetna Supply is hiring. Aetna Supply is Michigan's #1 plumber wholesaler, servicing local customers for over 50 years. They offer great benefits, a 401k with company match, quarterly bonuses, and no Sundays. Once again, check them out at aetnasupply.com/careers or click on their logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage. Have you recently collided with a deer or been caught in an unfortunate accident? Don't worry, Car Center Collision and Glass is your trusted partner to bring your vehicle back to life. With convenient branches in Cedar Springs, Burton Heights, Alpine, and Big Rapids, we're right around the corner to provide expert assistance. From collision repairs to mechanical fixes, we're your one-stop solution for all your car needs. Check us out at carcentermi.com.
All right, welcome back, everyone, here to Byron Center. Nate Dreyer, Aiden Lynch with you here courtside. Wrapping things up on the warm-ups, wrapping things up on the Centennial Securities pregame show. Final minute for this one, Aiden. Kind of I'll give you some of the last word here on the pregame show. Take us through kind of the X factors. What are each of the main things that these coaching staffs are going to be looking for their respective teams?
I think the mismatch. I think the difference in heights that we have seen. I mean, obviously, players are reporting their own heights, so we could see a little bit of difference there. But I think we're going to look at the matchups and the mismatches. I think that's what the coaches are going to focus on the most. And I think also, outside the arc, they're going to see what they can get by swinging that ball quickly and fastly. I mean, obviously, it's going to take them a minute to figure out how things are going to line up with what each team is going to do with their defense. Like we said before, they could be, hey, this is what we've got. We're not going to run it, but this is what we got. So I think the biggest thing is what we can see in the post and on the outsides in the corners. I think that's what we're going to be big on tonight.
All right, let's send it on down to the public address. National anthem on deck and basketball on deck here from Byron Center.
Give us their best effort on the court, and for everyone, players, coaches, and fans, to give us their best sportsmanship. Remember, nothing beats good sportsmanship. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And now let's meet the starting lineups for today's game between the Eagles of Hudsonville and the Bulldogs of Byron Center. For Hudsonville, we have guard, a sophomore, number 1, Jovan Daniels. For Byron Center, we have guard, a senior, number 1, Connor Ferguson. For Hudsonville, we have guard, a senior, number 2, Braden Samray. Byron Center, a junior guard, number 10, Isaac Lee. Hudsonville, a senior forward, wearing number 5, Braylon McFall. Byron Center, a junior, wearing number 15, senior, or center, Camden Carroll. For Hudsonville, a senior forward, wearing number 11, Jonah Dennis. For Byron Center, a senior forward, wearing number 21, Trey Sluter. And for Hudsonville, a junior forward, wearing number 14, Joey Miller. And for Byron Center, senior, wearing number 22, forward, Ben Hegel.
All right, we got the lineups and the anthem ready to go. Hudsonville in the traveling navy blues. Numbers and lettering in gold, trimmed in white, gold trimming down the side. Byron Center in the home whites. Numbers in orange, trimmed in black, black and orange trimming down the side. Carroll steps in at center against Braylon McFall. The Eagles go left to right across your radio dial. The Bulldogs will go right to left. 8 minutes up on the board. District 7 provides one of the best matchups of the night in West Michigan on a loaded night in West Michigan. And it starts right now. Ball is up, and away we go. McFall tips it back to Jovan Daniels, and the 5'8 sophomore will start up the control with a right-hand dribble. He'll get met up man-to-man by Isaac Lee. Swung left wing on to Dennis. Defended there by Carroll. Left block on to Shamray. Jump pass up top, poked and stolen away by Ben Hegel. And the Bulldogs are off and running over the timeline with Ferguson top of the key. Drops it for Lee, right wing. Left wing over for Hegel. Hegel will hold, defended by Miller. Starts a left-hand dribble, drops it on the curl for Trey Sluter. Sluter in front of the timeline for Ferguson. He'll reset the offense. Eagles also man-to-man pressure here. Up top, Sluter. Left wing, Ferguson taking their time to set it up. Tight defense on Ferguson by his fellow number 1, Daniels. throws it left elbow to Hegel, drops it there for a curling Lee. Mid-range pull-up jumper off the right side of the rim, no. Rebound snagged nicely by Ferguson, throws up top for Lee. 3 is on the way, splash! Isaac Lee, the first points of the ball game.
Great way to get it out there. I'm surprised, though, that Hegel didn't put it up. He had a wide-open shot there.
Left wing, Jovan Daniels angles to the corner. Left wing for Miller, throws above his head up top for Shamray, top of the key to the left corner, catch and shoot 3. Daniels, good, right down the hatch. Daniels able to answer right back. We're tied at 3 with 6:43 to go in the first.
I think this shows what kind of game we'll see tonight. Back-to-back threes answering each other.
Isaac Lee defended by Braden Shamray. A couple of great athletes here head-to-head. Up top, here's Carroll with one of his first offensive touches. He'll be defended by Jonah Dennis. Backs his way to the free throw line. Carroll turns, pull-up shot, left elbow, good. That was crafty from Camden Carroll, and the Bulldogs go back on top.
Yeah, way to go for Carroll, getting in there, getting a little physical, and then getting a quick jump shot.
McFall, jump stop, right-hand shot, off the back of the rim, no good. And a rebound down to Hegel. 2 minutes gone, 5-3 Byron Center, right to left over the timeline. Connor Ferguson will slow things down for the Bulldogs. Run into by Shamray on the poke, and Shamray goes crashing into the scorer's table right here courtside, and it'll last off of Shamray and last off of the Eagles will stay with Byron Center in the front court. 6 minutes even to go. Lee defended by Shamray in front of the timeline. That almost wound up right in your face.
Yeah, I will say that was pretty close. They were getting a little physical there, so I was surprised that they didn't.
We had a ball take out of camera earlier. Intercepted pass by Shamray on to McFall. Drives to the basket, clutches, right-hand push shot, short, rebound, put back McFall. Strong, but a foul will send Braylon McFall to the stripe. I was going to say, we had a camera taken out by a ball. I don't think we quite had a player taken him out yet. We almost had that right here. So now McFall will go to the line. That foul was on Ben Hegel, by the way. 5:42 to go in the first. And the lanky wing will knock down the first for Hudsonville. They get within 1.
Yeah, great job by McFall there. Put his ball up, couldn't get it in, grabbed his own rebound in midair and put it back up. That allowed him to get that foul and get to the line to be able to shoot 2.
One more from McFall at the stripe, splashes that one down, hits them both, all knotted at 5 with 5:41 to go. Great start to this one that looks a lot like what we expected. Isaac Lee will slow it down. Standout football wide receiver Lee, likely going to go to the D1 type level at the next level. Left wing, Trey Sluter. Short corner, throws left wing onto a leaping Ferguson. Back to Sluter, left corner. Left wing for Ferguson. Pressure defense here from the Eagles. All the way across to Lee, right corner. Baseline drive. Drops it for Hegel. Turns the back. Left wing Sluter. Tries an open 3. Splash. Right down the hatch. That was pure. And Byron Center back on top by 3. Sluter the triple.
You can just see the confidence in both of these teams on their players. They are putting those shots up, and they know that will go in.
3 minutes gone. Shamray, right corner, defended by Connor Ferguson. Nice feed onto a cutting Jonah Dennis, and Dennis scores off the window. Good find and good finish.
Great job by Dennis getting there on the baseline, quick finding that little hole there, and getting that pass to put it up for 2.
Lee, top of the key, defended by Shamray. Gets a switch. Now Shamray picks him back up right elbow. Drives to the baseline. Jump pass. Tipped by Miller. Stolen away by Jovan Daniels. Angles up the left side of the floor. Drops it left wing on for Shamray. Shamray drives to the basket. Right hand clutching shot. Blocked from behind by Carroll. He grabbed onto it, and it is going to get called as a jump ball. And Byron Center on the alternating possession takes the ball. Kean Hinkle, the junior guard, will check in for fellow junior Isaac Lee here for the Bulldogs. First sub of the game.
I'll be honest there, we didn't have the best angle because it was kind of held up there, but I was kind of surprised it wasn't travel. Didn't really see that he grabbed it, hit it, but they will call it a jump.
Ferguson near side, drives all the way to the basket, drops left block on to Hegel. Power dribble, hits a cutting Carroll. Carroll rolls to the basket, right hand finger roll is good, and it's 10-7 Byron Center with 4:16 to go.
And that's something we talked about in the pregame show. Carroll right there, using his size difference, getting up there and putting it in.
Step back 3, Shamray right corner, off the heel, no good. Rebound down to big Camden Carroll. He'll drop it for Kean Hinkle to run the offense. Here's the junior, defended by Jovan Daniels, left wing. Lobs, left corner on to Hegel, but he got grabbed, is ruled to have been grabbed by Braylon McFall, and that'll be the first foul of the ball game on the Eagles. 3:57 to go in the first, 10-7 Byron Center. Lee back in, Ferguson out for Coach Rodriguez.
we're not hearing a lot of whistles here with fouls. There's not very much contact going on, very little contact there until you get somebody going up to the rim and then you get a size difference.
Big talented 6'3 sophomore Cassius Bont also will check in here for Trey Sluter. Baseline left inbound for the Bulldogs, and Lee got it into Bont, steps around a defender, launches an 18'2", 360s, will not fall, rebound McFall, near side left to right, Shamray to run the offense with a right hand dribble, 3:48 to go, throws to McFall, top of the key, stutters, left wing Daniels, deep three, off the front rim, no, some contact after the shot was gone, no foul called. Camden Carroll the rebound, throws it the length of the floor, running to the basket, Kean Hinkle, left hand shot all alone is good off the window, 12-7 Byron Center, 3.5 to go in the first.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised the foul wasn't called there, but then again, the ref's back was turned. Great job on that fast break to get it up and in.
Daniels pass, top of the key, picked off by Lee, drives to the basket, reverse layup, strong, but he's run into and fouled midair by Shamray. That will send Lee to the line. Right now, Byron Center, a little bit of that advantage that we were looking for in terms of pace and shots going down. Lee will go back to the stripe. He's got 3 already.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing. We talked about it in the Centennial Securities pregame show. We were talking about the pace. We were talking about a full court press, or excuse me, a half court press. We haven't seen much of that, but fast pace here is going to grab these fouls for the Eagles as Byron Center is getting those fast breaks.
Lee knocks the first one down. Number 10 in white gets the ball back from the official. Offsets the right foot just in front of the left. Dribbles once, bends the knees. Right hand free throw, good. Got the rattle on that one. Lee goes 2 of 2 at the stripe. He's got 5. And Trey Sluter, a late whistle, will come late on the floor here for Ben Eagle. 3:21 to go in the first, 14-7. The Bulldogs have doubled up the Eagles right here. Byron Center on their home floor for the last 2 games of this district.
Yeah, of course, it's just as I talk about a full court press, they do it. We'll see it from Byron Center there.
Miller beats the pressure onto Jonah Dennis. Nice feed to Dennis. Right-hand shot off the window and good. Dennis now has 4.
Great job by the Eagles getting that quick out of that pressure there and being able to get it up with a fast break.
Shamray reaches and steals it away from Carroll. Drives to the basket. Finger roll. Good for Shamray. 14-11 with 3 minutes to go in the first.
We're starting to see the pace here. Byron Center is getting beat by that fast break. As we talked about earlier, Hudsonville's fast, and they are getting up there, and they are putting shots down.
Griffin Baker, the junior, set to check in for the Eagles in a moment. Right wing, Trey Sluter has it poked out of bounds by Shamray. Ruled to have last gone off of Sluter, and the Eagles will take it. Baker will check in here for Jonah Dennis. 2:41.
Looks like Byron Center was not very happy about that. I think they thought that Eagles touched it last, but ref's going to call it on Byron Center.
Here comes Shamray, 2:34 in the first, 3-point lead for Byron Center. Shamray around a screen left elbow, drop pass, left wing for Joey Miller, tries a deep 3 to tie, over top of a reaching Carroll, no good. Good tough rebound down low, Baker. Right hand shot, hangs on the front rim and falls. Hudsonville within 1 with 2:17 in the first.
The only reason right there that the Eagles got 2 points was Baker. He grabbed that rebound strong and he went up strong, physical.
Left corner, Cassius Bont throws left elbow onto Carroll. He's grabbed from behind by Miller. That'll be the third of the quarter on the Eagles. The first down, Miller. 2:06 to go in the first. 14-13 Byron Center. A little bit of a mini run here from the Eagles has near knotted things back up.
Yeah, we're seeing a mix of physicality here, and I feel like the more physical they get is when they go up to the rim and they go up strong.
Carroll drops top of the key for Hinkle. Hinkle back around to Carroll's screen to the left corner. Drives the baseline, lost the handle, and it's touched last out of bounds by a reaching Griffin Baker. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. Baseline right, 1:58 in the first, 14-13 the Byron Center lead.
Yeah, that was a close call there. Eagles almost had a chance to go quick up the floor. They didn't.
Hinkle lobs right wing for Sluter. Drops it top of the key for Camden Carroll. Carroll will hand off on a curling weave for a driving Lee. Lee stops right elbow. Back up top to Hinkle. Behind the back dribble. Poked and stolen away by Jovan Daniels. Off and running. Daniels jump stop. Lost the ball. Regathers for McFall. Leans in the lane. Right hand shot off the left side of the rim. No. Poured down to Cassius Bont. He'll slow it down with 140. Bont protected on in the backcourt here by a reaching McFall. He'll take it behind the back over the timeline. Bont to the right wing. Bont, left-hand pass, left wing for Sluter. Head fake, dribble drive, into the lane, jump pass, and a foul on the floor. I think the push is going to get called on Braylon McFall. 1 away from the bonus here with 1:25. It'll actually be on Griffin Baker for his first.
Yeah, and we can see the bench over there not very happy. They thought there should have been an offensive foul there, as they thought McFall was getting pushed. And we did see a little bit of arm extension there, but I don't think it was enough for the refs to call something.
Carroll and Sluter take a seat. Ferguson and Hegel in here for Coach Rodriguez and the Bulldogs. Lobbed in left corner to Lee. Jab step, angling to the elbow. Poke from behind by Shamray. Keeps the dribble. Pull-up shot, mid-range off the back rim, no good. Rebound Miller, pushed over the timeline to a sprinting Braden Shamray. Shamray spins in the lane. Hard two-hand pass, tipped around, stolen away by Cassius Bont. He'll weave up the middle of the floor with a left-hand dribble. Bont to the left block, curls out left corner, skip pass, left wing Ferguson, lobs across, Kean Hinkle tries a deep three, splash over top of Jovan Daniels. Hinkle knocks down the triple, 17-13 Byron Center.
Wow, he was a great couple of feet there behind the arc, and he went, put it up, turned around, he knew it was in right away.
5 points now for Hinkle, 49 seconds to go in the first quarter, 17-13. Shamray three, right down the hatch and good. Over top of Isaac Lee, the answer from Shamray. He's got 5, 40 seconds to go in the first. The lead is 1 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, this is telling us a lot about how this game is probably going to play out.
Bulldogs look to hold for the final shot. Connor Ferguson, top of the key. Here comes Griffin Baker with a bit of pressure. Baker reaches. And the Bulldogs will be shooting free throws as Griffin Baker picks up his second foul of the ball game. 26.8 to go in the first. Connor Ferguson, the 5'10 senior, to the stripe here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of arm action here tonight, but that was too much of an extension for them not to call it. Looks like they've got 5 now. They're in the bonus, so he'll be at the line.
Ferguson spins the ball, bends the knees, hatchets up a right-hand shot. That was pure for Connor Ferguson. Knocks that down, his first point of the ball game. Hudsonville will bring the big junior Justin Fisher in for Braylon McFall here. And here comes the big athletic senior J.J. Brock in for Ben Hegel for Coach Rodriguez and the Bulldogs.
I'm excited to see what Brock does here with 26 seconds remaining, see if he can use his height to his advantage.
Second one at the line for Ferguson. Rolls out, no good. Rebound down to Fisher. Threw it to Miller, who didn't see it coming. Went off his chest, then got gathered up by Miller. Give it on to Shamray. Final 20 seconds. Now Shamray will slow it down and hold for the final shot. Byron Center by 2. 15 seconds and less in the first. Watched here loosely defensively by Isaac Lee. Across the half-court line to the right side, Shamray with 7. Shamray crosses with 5. Pull-up 3. Right before the buzzer is good. Braden Shamray gives the Eagles the lead. Half-court shot at the buzzer, no good. Shamray knocks down the tough triple. That'll do it for the first. We're going to step aside, be right back here. We got a fun one at Byron Center.
It's a beautiful time of year, but for many, it is also the beginning of allergy season, which means lots of sneezing, itchy, watery eyes, runny nose, constant drainage, or ear pressure. These are all allergy symptoms we regularly treat. Don't let your allergy stop you from enjoying what you love to do outdoors. We have several ear, nose, throat, and allergy specialists ready to see you. Find us online at MichiganENTallergy.com. We look forward to helping you enjoy the outdoors again.
Somebody once said life moves pretty fast, and that's exactly how we like it. Want to build something? Great. Start businesses, build bridges, raise a whole city. Future in fighting crime? Want to save lives? Do it all here. But you've got to go forward fast. Because today is now, and tomorrow is soon. And to get ahead of the game, you got to get ahead of your time. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Welcome back to Byron Center. Nate Dreyer, Aiden Lynch, fresh 8 minutes on the board. 19-18, high scoring, and really, really fun start to this one, Aiden.
Yeah, that's a fresh 18 here, but that was not a long 18 there, or excuse me, 8 there. It felt like it was quick, fast. There's shots back and forth. I'm excited to see how this game continues to play out as these two teams battle it out.
Braden Shamray, what a start for him. 8 of his team's 19 to lead the way. Jump pass, left wing on for Justin Fisher. Throws a pass, gets tipped and stolen away at the free throw line by Ferguson. Back to the way, J.J. Brock drives to the basket. Right-hand shot blocked by Fisher. Brock grabs his own rebound left corner. Pressured here by Fisher on the reach. Around to Lee's screen. Throws up top for Ferguson, who will reset the offense. 7:36 and less to go in the second. Down low to Brock. Drag. Jams and drives and jams with the right hand. And Byron Center goes back on top.
I will say there, I got to give Fisher a little bit of credit there. A 3-inch difference, and he still was able to get a block on Brock.
Right wing, Jovan Daniels around a Miller's screen. Left corner for Shamray. Shamray, crossover, step back three. Good. Third three of the game. Braden Shamray, 22-20 Hudsonville.
Shamray is on fire tonight, and it does not look like it's going to stop here.
He had 35 on Monday night. Looks like he's trying to better that here tonight. 22-20, his team leads. First minute gone in the second. Right corner Lee, he'll try a three. Off the connector, no. High leaping rebound down to Miller. Shamray to run the offense left side of the floor. 6:48 and less in the second.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of different things from these two teams. Hudsonville starting to slow it down. They were going pretty fast to start. Now they're starting to back off a little bit.
Camden Carroll set to check back in. Shamray, drive, jump pass off the face of Bont, taken away by Lee. Sprinting the other way, man advantage. Lee, reverse layup, falls short off the front rim. Rebound, tracked out to the corner. Last touched out of bounds by Jovan Daniels. Kind of a lucky touch right there for Byron Center. They'll keep the offensive possession as Bont checks out. Carroll checks and check that it actually will be last off for the Bulldogs, and it will be Hudsonville taking over with 6:25 in the second.
Yeah, it was a great idea for Byron Center to get Carroll back in, give him the size there, an advantage when they're getting those fast breaks and those slow uptakes.
Jovan Daniels, left wing, defended here by a reaching Kean Hinkle. Right wing for Shamray. Shamray crosses, spins, pull-up shot, right elbow. Wow. Offensive foul on Shamray. He pushed off. He's arguing it a bit. That'll be the first of the quarter on Hudsonville, and the second on Braden Shamray. 6:11 to go in the second, 22-20 Hudsonville.
I'm going to be honest there, I was kind of surprised to see it there, but I think Byron Center pretty much sold that one pretty good for them.
Some contact between Ferguson and Shamray here. Throws it left wing on the lob for Hinkle. Hinkle defended by Shamray. Miller comes to help. Jump pass, top of the key, settled down by Carroll. Runs down the left side, poke from behind, out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll, and Byron Center gives up possession. Hudsonville takes it with 5:53 in the second. A 2-point lead for the visiting Eagles here. District semifinal in District 7 at Byron Center tonight.
Yeah, and let's just hope that that one doesn't get to Shamray's head. He's on fire and needs to keep on fire and just let that one go.
Drive to the basket, right-hand shot, Shamray. Blocked and fouled, and Shamray will go to the line, and he will shoot two as that foul goes on J.J. Brock for his first of the ball game.
Yeah, Brock, that was a great job getting up there by his teammates, but Brock, I think, gave it a little too much contact. Didn't see much ball there.
Couple of substitutions set to check in after the first here for Shamray, and that is good. 23-20, Shamray now with 12 in this one. What a start for him in this game. McFall and Dennis both back in for the Eagles.
Seems like there are two players that they're keeping in right now is Shamray and Daniels. They're the sophomore, Daniels, leading their team pretty well right now.
One more here for Shamray with a 3-point lead. Bends the knees, right-hand free throw. That was pure. Shamray has 13. His team has a 4-point lead with 5:39 to go in the second quarter. Jump pass, Ferguson, left corner, all alone. Lee, three off the back rim, no. Race to the rebound. Lee got there first. Touched out of bounds. Last off of a late arriving Jonah Dennis. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. Baseline left with 5.5 in the second.
Eagles got pretty lucky there. Wide open shot for the Bulldogs. Just missed that one. Coach not happy about that one.
Ferguson the lob in here for Byron Center. Throws left corner Lee, ducks around a jumping defender, tries a triple, splash, right down the hatch. Byron Center back within one, and some tussling at the end of the play, and a foul got called on the tie-up against Trey Sluter for Byron Center.
Yeah, looks like they're going to call it on, Sluter.
That's the first on Sluter, second on the team, as the Eagles will now take it over.
To be honest, I kind of missed it for a little bit. All of a sudden, I just saw both of them on the ground, but it seems like it's getting a little more physical between the two teams, so we'll see what happens after the going into the second half.
Byron Center showing some half-court man-to-man pressure right here, brought out to nearly three-quarters court. Braylon McFall down the right side of the lane, jump stop, right-hand shot, splash. That was a crafty, pure shot, good for Braylon McFall. He has 4, and it's back to a 3-point lead for the Eagles. Quickly back to the way, Trey Sluter, left elbow, stops up, feeds up top for Eagle. He'll swing it right wing, on to Isaac Lee. Lee, right corner for Ferguson, works the jab step, baseline drive, and he's bumped into and fouled by Jovan Daniels. 2 on either team here in the quarter, 4:52 in the second. Coach Elliott right now arguing with the official that there's an armbar offensively that was thrown. There's just been a lot of contact in general in this ball game. That's the first on Jovan Daniels. Hinkle to throw in. Lobs it, right block. Carroll poked to the corner where it came on to Ferguson. He's defended here by Jovan Daniels. Up top for Sluter. No look pass, left wing on for Lee. Lee loosely watched defensively by Braden Shamray. Throws top of the key to Carroll. Carroll, left-hand dribble, stops at the free throw line, stutters, left wing, underhand handoff for Isaac Lee. Curls, jump pass, looking back for Carroll. He'll settle it down as he got filtered through Shamray. Left block for Hegel. Hegel works the back, starts the dribble, up top to Carroll. Tries a three with some space over top of Shamray. Falls short, rebound tipped along the end line a couple of times. Last touched and forced off of the midsection of Braylon McFall. It'll stay with Byron Center. 4:20 to go in the second, 26-23, Hudsonville.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I was pretty focused on the little talk there between the ref and Coach Elliott. Coach Elliott has a point there. I mean, you can see it. You can have your arm on the player, but once you extend the arm, that's where you're going to get the foul call, and there's a lot of extension.
Connor Ferguson, right side inbound, lobs right wing for Camden Carroll. The 6'9" senior starts to dribble. Up top to Sluter, tries a 23-foot three. Off the connector, no. Rebound to the top of the key. It'll be a foul on the Eagles as they fought for that basketball. Stays with Byron Center. Let's see who this call is going to be on. 4:12 to go in the second. That one, it's on Jalen Osting, who's checked down the floor for the first time out of that last break. So Osting picks up his first foul of the game. That's the third of the quarter on the Eagles. 4:12 to go in the second. 3-point lead for Hudsonville. Carroll, top of the key for Hegel. Defended here by Osting. Left wing for Lee. Curls around a screen. Got iced out there defensively by Dennis. Throws back left wing onto Carroll. Drives, lowered the head. Puts him up a mid-range jumper off the back of the rim. No good. Carroll fighting it right now. Hudsonville off and running with Jalen Osting. Skip pass up top to Shamray. 3:53 and less to go. Fast-moving second quarter. 26-23 Hudsonville. District semifinal. Shamray around a screen, mid-range. Gives it left corner to Dennis. Drives the baseline. Jump pass picked off by Lee. Throws behind the defense to Ferguson. Right-hand shot good. Got the rattle. It's a one-point game.
Great job by Lee finding Ferguson there on his way up to the hoop, getting that easy 2 points on that fast break there.
Dennis, right corner, throws right wing for Shamray. 3.5 to go second quarter. The Eagle lead is one. Tries a three over top of Ferguson. Rattles out, no good for Shamray. And the Bulldogs back the other way. The first time he's missed one of those heat check threes.
I was just going to say the same thing. I think that's a first three that I've seen him miss tonight. He still has got to keep his confidence up if he's going to want to continue making these points.
Connor Ferguson now 3 points in the game. Skip pass right corner to Sluter. Down to the right block to Carroll. Turns the back on McFall. Tough two-hand finish is good for Carroll. And Byron Center goes back on top. He's got 6 with 2:55 to go in the second.
Great job by Carroll going up strong. That was very contested by McFall. McFall got his hand on it, just seemed to go in.
McFall, left wing for Jovan Daniels, spinning top of the key, trying to get away from the tight defense from Lee. Throws left corner onto Shamray. Shamray crosses, grabbed and fouled by Ferguson. Now 3 on either team in the quarter. 2:38 to go in the second. That one gets whistled on Ferguson for his first. Miller and Maker check in here for Osting and Jonah Dennis.
I'm going to say this is a lot different than Monday. Not only the two teams going back and forth, but the crowd. You can hear it a lot in the crowd tonight. They are very not happy if it doesn't go their way. So that'll be a great factor for both of these teams keeping up the momentum.
Hinkle and Lee swap out as well as Hinkle's back in. Top of the key. Braylon McFall on the offense. Right wing Baker tries a three over top of Carroll. Off the back of the rim, rattles out, no good. Board down to the Bulldogs. It'll be Kean Hinkle, the junior, to run the offense. Throws left wing to Hegel. Hegel holding the ball in his left arm, directing some traffic. Lobs down, left elbow, on to Carroll. Stolen away by Braylon McFall. Running back the other way. McFall, jump stop, reverse layup, strong, but a foul will send Braylon McFall to the line. That's the fourth foul of the quarter on Byron Center. 2:16 to go in the second. Whistle comes to Kean Hinkle.
I think McFall got a little lucky there. I think it's because of that gather step going up to the rim is what got him to go to the line. I feel like you could have made an argument that it might have been on the floor there, but he got lucky there. He'll get to go to the line to shoot 2.
First foul on Hinkle. McFall bends the knees. Right hand free throw gets the rattle. We're all tied at 27. McFall now 5 in the ball game for the 6'5" senior. Baseball standout as well as a pitcher. He's got one more here at the stripe. Navy blue traveling uniforms trimmed in gold for the Eagles. He wears 5 in that uniform. Bends the knees. Right-hand shot off the front of the rim, no good. Couldn't get the rattle. Board down to Ben Hegel. Here come the Bulldogs right to left with Connor Ferguson. 2:11 to go in the first half. Left side to Hegel. He didn't see it coming at first, able to snag it. Hegel drops it for Hinkle. Defended by Daniels. Left corner. Carroll reaching pass, left block, settled down by Hegel. Turns the back on Miller. Dump pass, cutting to the basket. Ferguson, reverse layup, strong. Off the glass. Rebound ripped down by Miller. And a foul called on Byron Center. That will now send Hudsonville to the stripe for their bonus try. 27-all, 154 in the second. That foul the first on Camden Carroll.
Yeah, it was a great job getting the ball down to Daniels there. Daniels quick, speeding up. That's what we can see a lot from this team. It's both teams. I mean, I feel like we've got a faster Hudsonville team here, but Byron Center is showing that they can keep right up.
6'5", Joey Miller at the stripe, looking for his first points of the game. Big knee bend, right-hand shot off the left side of the rim, no good. Has one more coming. 1:54 to go in the first half. Chambray will get a rest. Here comes Dennis in his place. Carroll also now off his first foul will take a seat. Trey Sluter back into the ball game. One more here at the stripe for Joey Miller. Dribbles once, puts the ball against his right hip, stares at the basket. Free throw up off the front rim, no good. Miller missed them both. Byron Center in a tie game will take it back with 1:50 in the second. Bont over the timeline, armbarred, fouled by a reaching Braylon McFall. That's the fourth of the quarter on the Eagles. 1:46 to go in the second, and that is the second foul on McFall. So both teams now will find themselves shooting free throws the rest of the way.
Yeah, McFall was clearly not very happy about that one, and he'll get subbed out. I think it's that arm extension, as I've been talking about multiple times here, is what's going to get him.
Junior wing Fisher comes in his place right here. Heavy pressure on the inbound thrown into the backcourt for a sprinting Connor Ferguson. Picks it up right in front of his own baseline and starts it up over the timeline. Ferguson skip pass, left wing on the Hinkle, jab step. Tries to curl around a screen, races back down the left side. Baseline drive, jump pass, right corner, catch and shoot three. Sluter, good! Right down the hatch for Sluter, and Byron Center goes up 3.
It's those baseline passes that are the best thing. Coaches teach it in practice every time, and as you can see, you got a wide open three-point shot.
Baker, top of the key, stutter step, stops up left elbow, drops it top of the key for a curling Jovan Daniels. Right wing for Dennis. Dennis, jump pass, left corner, onto a reaching Fisher. Drives the baseline, drops it there for Jonah Dennis. He'll reset the offense. 1:09 to go, pass top of the key, nearly stolen by Hinkle. Left wing for Dennis, gathers, throws down low. Miller takes it to the basket, gets fouled on a two-hand attempt. And Miller, after missing 2 last time, will go back to the stripe right here for Hudsonville. 1:02 to go in the second. 30-27 Byron Center.
So is that Ferguson's second? It was his second. Ferguson, I mean, we aren't seeing much foul trouble here going into the first half as we did on Monday. But I feel like if you're going to get into foul trouble, you're going to want to try to get into that in the end of the third. Luckily, we're not seeing that too much.
First free throw good for Joey Miller, so he's got his first points of the ball game for the 6'5 junior. Isaac Lee will check back in for Byron Center as off that second foul. Connor Ferguson will take a seat here for the Dogs. One more at the stripe for Miller to bring his team within 1. Down 30-28 with a minute to go in the second. That one is right down the hatch and pure for Miller. He's able to hit them both.
Yeah, they're just hitting the 1 minute mark. They're going to see who's leading at halftime. That's going to be a big factor going into the locker room.
Lee right wing, crossing, drops it for Sluter. Back to Lee right corner, drives the baseline, hesitates, reaching pass, left corner Bont, triple try, good. Cassius Bont, the sophomore. Byron Center back up 4.
Byron Center's getting their confidence back. Lost it a little bit, but they've got it back, and they're in session right now.
33-29, Jovan Daniels, left corner jump pass to Baker, drives the baseline, looking to go back to Daniels, jumped in, stolen by Sluter, runs to the basket, right hand shot is good, defense into offense, 35-29, Byron Center.
Great job by Sluter there, getting down there, getting up to the rim.
And Coach Elliott, not liking what he sees, will call his first time out of the ball game, who also gets Chambray back on the floor. 19.7 in the second. The Byron Center faithful are fired up. Attention all golfers, want to keep your game in shape? The Leaderboard Indoor Golf has you covered with over 500 courses, a full bar, and 17 TVs. The Leaderboard Indoor Golf is the perfect place to work on your game, host events and parties, and compete in leagues. Visit theleaderboardgolf.com or call 616-500-8709 to book your tee time today. Of course, thanks as always to the Centennial Securities, as well as Farmers Insurance for their long-time presenting sponsorship of Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio, and of course, March on MGN 35-29. Really the first time we've seen either team right now, Aiden, get any sort of chance to run out. And for Byron Center, it's kind of some big threes they've been able to hit, like you mentioned, those baseline drives, baseline passes, and then some defense and offense.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, I think this is the biggest gap of points we've seen tonight. I mean, it's been back and forth. Going into half, I don't think one team has been up the entire time. I mean, we could argue maybe Hudsonville a little bit and Bulldogs getting back into it, but it's been back and forth, and both teams are doing great, making sure that it stays consistent.
19.7 seconds to go here from Byron Center. The Eagles will get it here out of the first timeout called of the ball game. A frenetic pace to this one as well. It'll be Jovan Daniels hassled in the backcourt by Kean Hinkle here on the inbound. And a foul gets called on the fight for the ball on the inbound against Hinkle as he picks up his second foul on the grab of Daniels on the inbound pass.
Yeah, it looks like Hinkle just realized that the foul was on him. He was grabbing like it went out of bounds. A little bit of a hold there. It's going to get him every time.
So Daniels will now go to the line. Camden Carroll, after a short rest, is set to check back in here for the Bulldogs. 5'8", sophomore guard, second year up on varsity. Jovan Daniels bends the knees. Right-hand free throw is good. Daniels hits that one and brings Hudsonville back within 5. He's got 4 in the ball game right now. Both teams make some substitutions right before the end of the half. Carson Dykstra comes in for the first time as part of those subs. He'll be coming in, I should say, for Jovan Daniels.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a very smart decision to get Daniels out here, but I mean, you only do have 19-2 remaining.
Free throw is pure for Daniels. Now, after he knocks that one down, has 5 in the game. He'll take a seat as Dykstra comes in for him. 19.2 seconds to go in the second. 35-31.
I think this is the first press we've seen from Hudsonville tonight, first full court press at least.
Some havoc, full court pressure, inbounded near side, going right to left to Hinkle. Throws it far side on to Lee. Lee crosses over the timeline with 12, defended by Dykstra, drops the top of the key to Sluter with 8, and an offensive foul on Carroll. Sets an illegal screen on Dykstra, and Hudsonville takes it over with 7.7. The second on Carroll. So offensive foul, of course, will not send the Eagles to the line right here. 7.7 on the clock.
A lot happening here, and Eagles have a chance to get close. I mean, a three-point will get them to 34, 35, but they're going to want a three-point shot here going into half.
Shamray back in, Carroll back out, lobbed over the timeline to a sprinting Justin Fisher. Takes it to the basket, clutches, left-hand shot, good for Fisher to bring Hudsonville within 2. Inbound the lead, that'll do it for the first half. The Eagles fired up going to the break. I think both teams feel pretty good about where they're at, and this is going to be a lot of fun moving ahead. Aiden, I'll kind of let you open up the Farmers Insurance halftime show. Give us some of your first thoughts. Again, what a fun game.
Yeah, this has been a fun game, and that is an understatement. I'm interested to see what happens in the locker room, what kind of things are drawn up, because there are multiple things that you've seen and we've seen tonight that can be drawn up. Hey, those baseline passes, hey, this and that. I think the more efficient team tonight, though, has been Hudsonville, and I think that Hudsonville has been more efficient, whether it's on blocks, whether it's on defense and offense. I feel like they have been the more efficient team, even though that their points don't necessarily show it right now.
It's tight regardless, 35-33 at the break. Byron Center over top of Hudsonville here tonight from Byron Center, the first of 2 in the district semis on game night. We're going to step aside, be right back here on the Farmers Insurance Halftime Show.
Looking for a great place to buy a used truck or car? Check out Extreme Truck and Auto Center, located at 1098 O'Malley Drive in Coopersville. They have a huge selection of trucks, cars, vans, and SUVs. Stop by their lot or give them a call at 616-384-3777. You can check out their inventory at xtacenter.com.
Michigan Hearing Experts sell and service several brands of hearing aids. Are you having trouble having a conversation or unable to hear the latest play of the game? We perform comprehensive hearing exams and use real ear measurements to ensure optimal functioning hearing aids for your unique needs. Our highly trained doctors of audiology are dedicated to helping you reconnect with your world. Visit MichiganHearingExperts.com to find a location near you and take the first step towards better hearing with Michigan Hearing Expert.
Cornerstone University.
The professors are very open to helping whenever they can.
Academic excellence, character-driven athletics, Christ-centered community involvement.
Cornerstone has been a great opportunity for me to grow as a leader, just being able to approach people and be warm and welcoming and hospitable.
Experience it for yourself. Attend a Golden Eagle Day at Cornerstone for a taste of campus life and the chance to meet faculty and staff. To arrange a visit for your high school junior or senior, go to cornerstone.edu. Cornerstone University. Build a life that matters.
The Grand Rapids Sports Hall of Fame celebrates the city's rich sports history by honoring prominent West Michigan athletes and those who have contributed greatly to sports on a local, state, or national level. A class is elected each year and then honored at an induction ceremony in the fall. They also prevent annual events in support of West Michigan athletics, and they raise funds to support local youth organizations and charities. Follow them on Facebook or check out the pictures and biographies of all 181 inductees at grshof.com.
All right, welcome back, everyone. March on MGN and the Farmers Insurance halftime show. This one so far living up to the billing. 35-33 at the break. Byron Center over Hudsonville here on our MGN Radio Plus Game Center coverage. One more still coming up tonight. East Kentwood and Jenison to close the evening. And then make sure you tune in at MI Game Night across social media. We are TBD for where exactly game night will be on Friday night. You'll likely see the East Kentwood Michigan Sports Radio team here at Byron Center for this final, and then plenty of other games that we're all taking a look at potentially being at. So make sure you keep an eye on that, but still a lot of action to go in this one and then the rest of the night in general. Let's take a look at some of the scoring through the half. Let's start with Hudsonville. Right now, all scores being led by Braden Shamray, a really impressive 18 for that senior. He's got 3 triples as well that he's hit as part of it. Balanced scoring, Jovan Daniels with 5. Braylon McFall with 5, Jonah Dennis with 4, and then Joey Miller, Griffin Baker, each knocking down 2 for Byron Center. A very balanced scoring attack for them. Carroll and Sluter with 6 points, one behind the current lead for the team. Isaac Lee has got 8 points. Cassius Bont, Kean Hinkle, Bont with 3, Hinkle with 5, Connor Ferguson has 3, and J.J. Brock has 2. So it's been a balanced scoring attack that both teams have needed so far, Aiden.
Yeah, 100%. And I think Shamray started off very well, but towards the end, he kind of fell off a little bit. I'm interested to see if he can regroup himself in the locker room during halftime and come out stronger in the second half.
All right, let's take a look at some highlights. Let's start with this one. Braden Shamray triple late in the first quarter. Across the half-court line to the right side, Shamray with 7. Shamray crosses with 5. Pull up 3. Right before the buzzer is good. Braden Shamray gives the Eagles the lead. Half-court shot at the buzzer, no. So big triple right there from Shamray. Let's go the other way. Let's go to the sophomore, Cassius Bont, knocking down a big triple in part of the big Byron Center run out right at the end of the second quarter. Lee right wing, crossing. Drops it for Sluter. Back to Lee, right corner. Drives the baseline. Hesitates. Reaching pass. Left corner. Bont. Triple try. Good. Cassius Bont, the sophomore. Byron Center back up 4. One last highlight. Defense into offense here for Byron Center. They're right in the middle of that run. Bont just hit that 3. And it was defense to offense for a couple helping combine, leading out to Ferguson on the run out. Now, 33-29, Jovan Daniels, left corner jump pass to Baker, drives the baseline, looking to go back to Daniels, jumped in, stolen by Sluter, runs to the basket, right hand shot is good, defense into offense, 35-29, Byron Center. All right, big one right there for the Bulldogs to finish things, but again, 35-33 at the break. It's a close one, it's a tight one, and it's going to be an exciting one down the stretch. Don't go anywhere. We're going to step aside, be right back here on Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio in March on MGN.
As the voice of Michigan's student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports should be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe that athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe that students in the stands should have fun,
but not take away the focus from the game.
We believe coaches should act like teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and support their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
We are Centennial Securities,
an independent firm with a team of committed professionals
who strive to exceed our clients' expectations by giving outstanding service.
We're proud to be part of our community where we live and work.
Upgrade to Music Jams Premium to get uninterrupted listening on all your favorite tunes. Click here to start your 7-day free trial.
If it's important, it's not worth compromising. Which is why with Farmers, you don't have to compromise quality to get great savings on your insurance. I got this.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Every high school sporting event in the state of Michigan has one thing in common: officials. Every game, every meet, every match. Without officials, there'd be no touchdowns, no three-pointers, no face-offs. Without officials, there'd be no games. Officiating is a great way to give back to your community and stay involved with the sports you love. And officials are needed now more than ever, because without officials, it's just practice.
All right, welcome back. Nate Dreyer, Aiden Lynch here. Farmers Insurance Halftime Show, 35-33 at the break right now on this one. Braden Shamray with 13 leading the Eagles. Isaac Lee with 8 leading the Bulldogs. Let's start with those two guys. Aiden, like you said, a little bit quieter second quarter out of Shamray. They slowed him down a little bit. Lee kind of had some moments where he popped off as well. What are each of these coaches working on to try to slow down Shamray, slow down Lee, and then work from there? But they've been the leading guards so far.
I think the biggest thing we've seen from Shamray tonight is on the outside of the arc. I don't think we've seen much from him on the inside, and when we do, he's usually going to the line. But I think the most thing that they're worried about with Shamray is going outside of the arc. Now, Lee, on the other hand, Lee is both a little spotty. He's a little on the inside, a little outside. So I think both coaches are looking to try to keep that arc contained, but also make sure that they don't have those fast breaks, because those fast breaks are what is making them get those fouls, and then fouls add up over time, and they go to the line.
Yeah, and, the Eagles, or the Bulldogs, I should say, have to be careful with Shamray and the way they defend him, because, like you said, so far he's been a three-point shooter. If you've watched Braden Shamray over the past 4 years of his college career, he certainly has an ability to score off the bounce and get things done at the stripe as well with pretty constant regularity. All right, second half is ready to go. Hudsonville traveling navy blue uniforms, gold trimming and lettering. It's the home whites for Byron Center, orange trimming and lettering, as Coach Rodriguez and Coach Elliott have each sent their respective teams out and ready to go for the second half. 35-33, and it's going to be a ton of fun in this upcoming second half of play. We'll switch sides. This time the Bulldogs will go left to right across your radio dial, or right to left for the Eagles, and Byron Center gets the ball out of the break. Lineups that open the ball game, open the second half. Ferguson and Lee, Carroll, Sluter, Hegel for Byron Center, Daniels, Shamray, McFall, Denison, Miller for Hudsonville. We're off and running. Isaac Lee, the leading scorer for the Bulldogs in the first half, gets the basketball. Hudsonville matches up half-court man-to-man defensively. Here's a screen, top of the key. Lee throws down left block. to Carroll. Turns the back here on Dennis. Power dribble, lost it and regathers. Dump pass and a foul on the floor. It's actually checked that. Going to be 3 seconds in the key, and it goes back the other way with Hudsonville. He was close right there. The 3 seconds gets called on Carroll, and Hudsonville takes it over.
I was just thinking, someone we haven't talked a little bit about is Ferguson. He's behind the scenes doing a lot as a guard for this team, even though it might not be putting shots off.
That's a great way. He's one of the best behind-the-scenes guards you'll find both ends of the floor. Top of the key, Braden Shamray, 30 seconds gone. Skip pass, left block to Miller. Gave a shoulder fake. Jump pass, right corner, over top of the head of a leaping Jovan Daniels, out of bounds, and Byron Center takes over with 7:23 in the third.
They almost hit that person there. It could have been me earlier.
Here comes Isaac Lee for Byron Center. Defended by Shamray, top of the key, right wing on to Carroll. Back turned here on Dennis. Lobs top of the key to Hegel. He's matched up there defensively against Miller. Right wing, high pass on to Lee. Jab step, drives, and a grab and a foul on Hudsonville and Shamray right here for the first of the half. And that is the third on Shamray, so keep your eye on that. It looks like he's going to stay out there for the time being. 1 minute gone, third quarter.
Yeah, that's another thing. Shamray may have been on fire, slowed down a little bit, but he's got to watch his fouls if he wants to continue to get a chance to contribute to this Eagles team.
Into the backcourt, left to right, near side. Here comes Isaac Lee. Gets watched defensively, arms spread wide by Shamray, who's recently working with that third foul picked up. Right side to Ferguson, drives on Daniels, skip pass, right corner Sluter, thinks about the three. Baseline drive, floater with touch off the back rim, no. Ben Hegel, flying, put back is good. Byron Center leads by 4. Ben Hegel has his first points of the ball game, 6:44 in the third.
That's something else I've noticed about Hegel is he's great with the rebounds.
Spin move, McFall, teardrop, high off the connector and good. That was a crafty move from McFall.
Yeah, you have to be really smart for that, and he saw his opportunity to get a quick spin move on him, put it up, and get an easy 2 points.
90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Ben Hegel turns the back, left block here, defended by Joey Miller, starts the dribble, jump stop, leaning shot, off the front of the rim, no. Hegel spikes the basketball off the floor, taken by Carroll, stripped from behind by a running Braylon McFall. With a 3-on-2 break, McFall to the basket, hangs in the air, right hand teardrop, misses everything strong. Isaac Lee running back to the way. Lee, underhand handoff, Hegel, hard to the basket, left hand underhand shot off the side of the backboard, no. But a foul will send Ben Hegel to the stripe for 2. That whistle will go on Joey Miller for his second.
Honestly, right there, McFall did not go up strong. I feel like he could have had a better shot there if he went up stronger than he did. I feel like he was just trying to get a foul out of it. If he went up stronger, he could have probably gained it.
Hegel, first free throw, bounces high off the connector and then falls. After he did not score in the first half, now has his team's last 3 points in this one. One more here for the 6'6 senior, Ben Hegel. Super athletic big man. Bends the knees, right foot, offset in front of the left. Second free throw, down and good for Hegel. He's got the last 4 for his team. It's 39-35 Byron Center. Just under 6 minutes to go, but that sort of lead has really meant nothing with the kind of runs back and forth we've gotten. Shamray, jump stop, stops right elbow, up top McFall, head fake, dribble drive, jump pass, down low, Miller. Up top, throws it on to Shamray, tries a 3, good. Over top of the late arriving defender, Shamray. Hudsonville within 1.
And he's back. Shamray let that one go, and he knew right away that he's on fire, and that one was in.
All right, Lee will reset the offense. 16 points for Shamray of his team's 38 right now. Byron Center by 1 with 5.5 to go in the third. They'll slow it down a little bit. Right wing for Sluter. Working the jab step, around a Carroll screen, top of the key. Sluter defended here by McFall, and McFall leaning on him will pick up the foul. Third of the quarter quickly on Hudsonville. Now the third foul on McFall. So McFall and Shamray, each with 3 fouls against here for the Eagles.
I have a feeling first half we didn't see as many calls called in a row. I feel like we're seeing a lot more as we're coming into the second half. I mean, we're only 5:18 into it, or 5:18 left. But we're seeing a lot more calls here and a lot less physicality being allowed.
All right, here is Lee to reset the offense. Top of the key, defended by Shamray. 5:10 and less to go in the third. Lee bounding to the right side, crosses back left. Got a screen there from Carroll, who releases towards the basket. Up top for Hegel, lob pass, down low Carroll. Left wing for Lee. Stares at a pass to the left corner, tries a 3 off the back of the rim, no. Hegel races to the rebound. Exit pass right wing for Sluter. Sluter spins top of the key on McFall, stops, works the pivot, hands off for a driving Carroll, bounding to the basket, reverse layup, blocked and fouled, fourth of the quarter on Hudsonville. Fouls 4-0 here on the Eagles, and that will send Camden Carroll to the stripe. Quiet night so far for Carroll, as that foul's now the third on Joey Miller. Some more foul trouble developing for Hudsonville.
Yeah, it might be a quiet night for Carroll, but for head coach Eric Elliott, he is on fire right now. Not happy with his teams getting as many fouls as they are right now.
First one good for Carroll. The big 6'9" senior's got one more coming up here at the stripe. Carroll wears 15 white, bends the knees, flicks it up with the right hand, free throw, and that one is right down the hatch and pure. He's able to hit them both. Byron Center goes back up 3, 41-38 with 4:40 to go in the third quarter. District semifinal here in District 7. Winner gets the winner of the second game tonight, East Kentwood and Jenison. McFall up top for Miller. Right wing for Shamray. Shamray, crossover dribble, hounded here defensively by Ferguson. Throws up a tough shot off the left side of the backboard, no good. And back the other way comes Isaac Lee for the Bulldogs.
I'm going to be honest there. I think Shamray had a little bit too much confidence there. That was a very contested shot, nowhere near the rim.
Leaner off a jump stop for Lee with the left hand, just too short. Rebound down to Jovan Daniels and the Eagles. The sophomore, the left-hand dribble will slow it down right to left over the timeline. Halfway through the third quarter. McFall left wing, hands off for a curling Shamray top of the key. Step back move, underhand handoff Miller, hard pass right wing, on for Jovan Daniels. Daniels up top to McFall, stares at the basket, jabs, drives, jump stop. McFall, leaner, high off the window, good. Hudsonville back within a point.
It's a great job by McFall getting out wide and getting that 2 points off the board.
All the way to the basket, Sluter right hand shot no good. Fight for the rebound along the baseline. Last touched out of bounds off of Hudsonville. It'll stay with Byron Center. Here comes Kean Hinkle checking in here for Connor Ferguson. 3:36 in the third, 41-40 Byron Center. They keep the ball left baseline left.
Something you and I talked about during the halftime show is what coaches might do to try to D up on Shamray, and we're seeing more of a double team on him than anybody else.
Cassius Bont, the sophomore, in for Trey Sluter, the senior, here as well for Byron Center. Left corner, Hinkle with space. The lefty tries a three. High off the front rim, no. Rebound over the head of a leaping Shamray. Goes out of bounds before a diving Isaac Lee could get there. And Byron Center will now give up possession. Hudsonville takes over. 3:31 to go, third quarter, 41-40 Byron Center. Shamray to slow it down. What a game for Braden Shamray. 16 points in this one. Behind the back dribble, Shamray, left corner to Dennis, drives the baseline, jump pass, right corner Miller, catch and shoot three, missed it all short, and the rebound down to a sprinting Isaac Lee over the timeline. Wow. Lee, offensive foul. He gave the shoulder into McFall. McFall falls down to the ground, and it'll go back the other way. Why are you laughing with Hudsonville? 3:11 in the third.
McFall did fall, but he also sold that one pretty good. I think you can admit that one.
I mean, he wouldn't, but that's become an increasingly large part of even the high school game in the last couple of years for sure. Handoff left corner, and on a game with this much physicality, you got to try whatever you can. Top of the key, here's Shamray. Step back move, jump pass, right wing for Miller, trailing by one. Back to Shamray right wing, pass nearly stolen away by Lee. Shamray clutches into a trio of defenders, tries to put up a shot, stolen away by Carroll. Off and running is Cassius Bont up the left side of the floor. Jump pass, Hegel to the basket, right hand shot blocked by Miller, but a foul. That will already be the fifth and send, regardless, Byron Center to the line, and that's 4 on Joey Miller. He'll take a seat. Jalen Osting will come in his place.
Honestly, kind of surprised before that happened. Shamray didn't get a travel called on him. It looked like a few too many steps there, especially going up off of his feet, but got lucky there, even though it's foul. They're down there.
Griffin Baker set to check in as well right here. Hego goes to work at the line. The 6'6 senior bends the knees. Right hand in front of the face. Free throw is pure. Hits that. 2-point lead back on for Byron Center. Hegel again held scoreless in the first half, but 5 in this third quarter. He's been a lot more effective, the big athletic senior.
Yeah, we're talking about it in the first half. Foul trouble is going to be we're going to start to see it here towards the end of the third. We're seeing it a little bit, but I feel like there's still enough comfortable room for both teams.
Second one for Hegel rattles out. Rebound down to Braylon McFall, near side right to left to run the offense in the traveling navy blue uniform over the timeline. Defended by a crouch Cassius Bont. Drives on Bont. Hand off to the basket. Osting fouled from behind on the block attempt from Isaac Lee. That'll be the second of the quarter on Byron Center. That's the second foul on Lee as well. 2:28 in the third, and a chance to tie the game at the stripe right here for Jalen Osting, the 6'1" junior forward.
Great job by McFall there. He even faked me out. I thought he was going to go up with it. Great job handing it off to get an easy shot here by getting the foul and going to the line to shoot two.
First one pure for Osting. He'll have one more. Wears 23 in the navy blue uniforms. Gray shoes across the board for Hudsonville tonight. He'll bend the knees right here. One dribble, quick flip of the wrist. That one rattles down good. We're tied at 42 with 2:28 to go in the third. A game that is living up to the hype and then some. So far, you have been very good luck. Games that even weren't supposed to live up to any sort of hype like on Monday did so, and this one's been just as good. Drive from Bont, leaning right hand, clutch shot, short. Board down to Osting, off and running is Shamray with 2:11 in the third. Right wing, Shamray crosses on Lee, stops, hard pass, right block through the hands of Osting. Corner on for Baker, baseline drive, back right corner to the wing for Osting, up top for Baker. He'll hand it off for Shamray. 1:56 and less in the third, 42 all. Shamray resets the offense. Skip pass, left elbow. McFall turns the back on Bont, into the lane, right wing, all alone. Step back three, Baker, right down the hatch and good. Griffin Baker puts Hudsonville back on top.
That's a great step back shot for them. Pretty high and a pretty in the hoop.
5 points now for Baker. 1.5 to go, third quarter. Carroll drives on McFall, clutching. Offensive foul. Finger roll was no good. Osting draws the call. Third of the quarter on Byron Center. Third of the game on the big man Carroll. And Hudsonville takes over with just under 90 seconds.
Yeah, I saw that one coming from a mile away. I think Sorry, kind of got caught up on what was going on there. I think one thing that we'll be able to see tonight is these big men getting a lot of fouls and getting into foul trouble.
1:22 and less to go, third quarter. 3-point lead for Hudsonville. They've got it back right to left over the timeline with Jovan Daniels. Right corner for Baker. Just hit the three to give his team the lead. Gives it up top onto Shamray. Left-hand dribble, drives in the lane. High poke away from him, paddles it to the corner to Daniels. Three from the left corner off the mark, rebound down to the Eagles. Right wing Baker, up fake onto Osting corner, gives it out right wing onto Shamray to reset the offense. 58 seconds and less. Quick whips it left side to Daniels. Coach Elliott barking out calls and resetting his offense from the bench. Spin move, Daniels, handoff, Shamray, curls away from Ferguson, drives into the lane, spins, clutches, right-hand shot, falls short, rebound, Heagle. 42 seconds to go in the third. Here comes Keen Hinkle and the Bulldogs. Throws across for Ferguson, right wing. Skips it right corner for Lee. Step back into the wing, lobs down low to Heagle, drives to the basket, two-hand shot, short, rebound tipped around, taken by Bont, lost it, regathers, clutching inside, and Bont is fouled. And that will send Cassius Bont to the line for two. The call is on Braylon McFall with 28.6 in the third. That is the fourth on Braylon McFall. He goes palms up as Justin Fisher will be set to check in for him.
Sounds like it's starting to get pretty heated in here tonight, especially with all these calls, both sides. That was a controversial call to say the least, but I did see a little bit there.
First one for Bont, rolls out, no good. So, add to the foul trouble, Braylon McFall, who will have to take a seat here. Like I said, the junior wing, Justin Fisher, is in. One more for Bont, the 6'3" sophomore. Right hand in front of the face, free throw, off the connector, no good. Missed them both, Sluter the rebound, pass up top, got tipped away. Taken by Daniels. Daniels then is fouled from behind by Sluter for the fourth of the quarter on the Bulldogs. 25 seconds to go in the third. 45-42 Hudsonville. And that'll be the second on Sluter. Here comes Shamray over the timeline, defended by Ferguson with 19. Shamray crosses to the corner. Drive from Shamray. Pull up mid-range jumper. Offensive foul. He pushed off on Ferguson. It'll go back the other way.
Yeah, no, that was a controversial one right there. I did not see much contact there, and I think Ferguson did it LeBron James.
And it's controversial, especially because that's now 4 on Shamray. Back-to-back plays. The Eagles lose McFall, then the Eagles lose Shamray. Their leading seniors. 8 seconds to go in the third. Hudsonville by 3. Bont the drive to the right block. We're up top for Sluter with 1. Gave on to Ferguson. Floater short. I don't think he quite got it off anyway. It won't matter. 45-42 after 3. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. I know you're not going anywhere. We got a thriller on the way.
Hearing experts sell and service several brands of hearing aids. Are you having trouble having a conversation or unable to hear the latest play of the game? We perform comprehensive hearing exams and use real ear measurements to ensure optimal functioning hearing aids for your unique needs. Our highly trained doctors of audiology are dedicated to helping you reconnect with your world. Visit MichiganHearingExperts.com to find a location near you and take the first step towards better hearing with Michigan Hearing Experts.
The 76 Diner and Truck Stop would like to invite you and your families to come and check out their diner. With locations in both Byron Center and Coopersville, they're a great place to stop before or after the game. They have a wide variety of menu choices to feed all the kids. They serve breakfast hot all day, and they're able to accommodate all of your large group needs. Their full menu is available for takeout orders, and they have online ordering at 76truckstopdiner.com.
All right, fourth quarter, game night. March on MGN, 45-42. Hudsonville over Byron Center. Boy, this has been a thriller that has lived up to the hype in the billing so far. We're at Byron Center's home gym for District 7. East Kentwood Jenison is next, but this one providing all the thrills you could ask for. Nate and Aiden back with you. The big update, Braden Shamray, Braylon McFall, each with 4 fouls and off the floor right now for the foreseeable future for the Eagles. A drive from Jovan Daniels, left corner for Baker. Swung around right wing, on to Fisher. Up top for Daniels. 15 seconds gone, final frame. Right corner. Up fake, Justin Fisher. Top of the key, Baker swings left wing for Daniels. Quick dribble, kicks up top for Fisher. Fisher drives into the lane, reaching layup blocked out of bounds by Cassius Bont. 29 seconds gone in the fourth. Hudsonville by 3.
I'm going to be honest, as we were talking about, this is a thriller game, and I am surprised gym isn't completely full. I mean, there's still a little bit of space.
Inbound here into the right corner. On to Baker. It's still packed in here. A very big gym here in Byron Center for sure. On to Daniels. Pull-up triple. Off the front rim, no. Board down to Ferguson. Left to right. He's running here for Byron Center. Flips it right corner on to Bont. Steps back. Feeds up top. Hinkle. Toes the line. Tries a 3. Good. Right down the hatch for Hinkle. We're tied back at 45.
Hinkle knew right away, right when he released that shot, it was wetter than water.
Kean Hinkle, the big triple. He's got 8 now off the bench in this ball game. Left corner, Jovan Daniels. 6:54 and less in the fourth. Jump pass, left corner, Baker. He'll try a 3 to answer. Rattles out, rebound, tips around, and an over-the-back foul is going to be coming here. And it's going to be called on Ben Heagle and Byron Center. That's his second, first of the quarter on them. Meanwhile, Lee and Carroll back in here for the Bulldogs. It was going to be on 22. I wasn't sure what 22 was going to be on.
I was waiting for that, and Heagle wasn't very happy about it. Feel like we're going to see a lot more contact between these players and even a little more bickering tonight.
It's Bont and Ferguson taking a seat right here. Carson Dykstra to throw in. Left corner for Fisher. Up fake. The lefty drives the baseline. Gets fouled and cut off by Camden Carroll. So now Carroll quickly picks up another foul. That's his 4th. So Shamray with 4. McFall with 4. And now Carroll with 4 with 6:45 to go.
And like I said earlier, it's the bigger guys who are going to start getting these fouls, and it's going to be big trouble for both these teams.
Baker left corner. Drives here on Sluter. Stopped off. Left block. Curls out left wing. Up top on for Fisher. Fisher flips it right wing on to Carson Dykstra. Dykstra stops up top, handoff for a curling Daniels. Left wing, walking into a 3. Justin Fisher. It rattled. It would not go. The follow. The putback from Osting is good. And Hudsonville goes back on top. Back the other way. Thrown behind the defense to Carroll. Carroll lobs and jams. We're tied right back at 47.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I missed that one, but that was a great job by Baker. by getting that rebound. I believe it was Baker or Williams.
Up top, Fisher feeds down left block onto Osting. Gave it on there to Baker. Swung left wing on for Jovan Daniels. 2 minutes gone, final quarter. Tied at 47. Underhand handoff, left corner. Baseline drive, Fisher. Whips up top for Griffin Baker. Baker curling, left elbow, drops it top of the key, onto Daniels, pull-up shot, free throw line, off the connector, no, fight for the rebound, goes against the Eagles, a foul on Jalen Osting. That's the first of the quarter on Hudsonville, and Byron Center takes it back, 47 all, 5:48 to go. Cassius Bont will check in for Camden Carroll. That's the second foul on Osting.
I don't know, maybe you saw something that I missed, but I feel like they were both going up equally for the ball there, and that was a foul that may not have been called.
Full court pressure right here from Hudsonville. Inbounded to Lee. It'll be shown now in token fashion from Dykstra. He'll pull off as Lee will slow it down. 5:40 to go. Tied at 47. District semis. Bont whips across left wing for Lee. Back to Bont. Man-to-man tight pressure from the Eagles. Bont curls left corner. Spins out to the wing. Up top, Lee thinks about the triple. Down the right side of the lane, jump stop, right elbow. Whipped around, extra pass, left wing Bont. Reaching pass, left block, Hegel. Turns, off a fake, reverse layup, good. Crafty finish from Ben Hegel. Byron Center goes back on top.
Hegel found that baseline, he rode that baseline, and a great finish with a reverse layup.
5 minutes to go. Here comes Jovan Daniels, whipping to the corner to Baker. Baker, defended by Sluter. Jump pass, right corner, onto Dykstra. Dykstra up top, Baker, passing lane, nearly poked and stolen by Sluter. Baker settles it down and kicks it up top wildly for Daniels to settle up. 4:49 and less to go, fourth quarter. 2-point lead for Byron Center. Here's Daniels, left wing for Dykstra. Dykstra to the left elbow, kicks it left corner for Baker. Baker curls, crosses, drives, jump stop, leaner, good. Crafty finish from Griffin Baker, tied back up at 49.
Baker threw that one up with a hope and a prayer, and it went in.
7 points now for Baker. 4:22 and less to go. Miller set to check back in for Hudsonville. Left wing, Hinkle, deep three. Off the front of the rim, no. Rebound tracked in by Hudsonville. Jovan Daniels will slow it down. Nearly to the halfway point of the final frame. All tied at 49. Daniels, right wing, kicks it right corner for Dykstra. Or for Fisher, I should say. Right wing now for Baker. Baker, up fake, defended by Sluter. Starts a left-hand dribble, reverses back across the floor, drops it for a curling Fisher. Fisher stops free throw line, gave it in between the rings to Daniels. And Coach Elliott wants a timeout and will take his second timeout of the ball game. We will take one as well. Be right back here from Byron Center.
Cornerstone University.
The professors are very open to helping whenever they can.
Academic excellence, character-driven athletics, Christ-centered community involvement.
Cornerstone has been a great opportunity for me to grow as a leader, just being able to approach people and be warm and welcoming and hospitable.
Experience it for yourself. Attend a Golden Eagle Day at Cornerstone for a taste of campus life and the chance to meet faculty and staff. To arrange a visit for your high school junior or senior, go to cornerstone.edu. Cornerstone University. Build a life that matters.
All right, welcome back. Nate Naden with you here. Game night on Michigan Sports Radio. This is March on MGN, and this is the MGN Radio Plus Game Center. 49-49. Foul trouble abounds, but we're going to see the first trial balloon sent out right here from both coaches. Camden Carroll with 4 fouls back out. Braden Shamray with 4 fouls back out. So both the top next-level prospects for each respective coaching staffs are going to send their guys out right here and see if they can handle the 4 fouls. 3:49 to go in the fourth, 49 all.
I have a feeling we'll see a little bit more of a laid-back defense from Shamray.
Here is Jovan Daniels, defended by Kean Hinkle. Hinkle with 8 points in this ball game, been one of the top scorers for his team. Miller throws across left corner. Jovan Daniels got tipped, went off his face. Isaac Lee back and running. Clutches to the basket. Shot falls short. Foul called. And Lee will go to the stripe for 2 right here.
Yeah, I don't think. Looks like it was Osting that was down there. I don't think he was quite set yet to get that charge. But great job there by Lee. Getting up there and drawing that foul.
Lee will go to the stripe. That is the 3rd foul on Osting, 2nd on the team. 2 on either team in the final quarter. 3:33 to go. First free throw, Lee, good. And Byron Center goes back on top. Lee now with 9 in the ball game. He'll look to join Carroll with 10 points here in his next one at the stripe. He wears 10 in the home white jerseys. Lee Dribbles once, bends the knees, right hand free throw, good. Able to hit them both. Double-digit scoring for Isaac Lee, and a 2-point lead for Byron Center with 3.5 to go. Braden Shamray out there working those 4 fouls against. Bounces around a screen, top of the key from Fisher. Left wing, catch and shoot 3. Jovan Daniels off the connector, no. Long rebound, chased down by Daniels along the right out of bounds line. Left wing for Shamray. Shamray right wing, Baker. Up fake, dribble drive on an angle, stops right elbow. Kicks it up top for Shamray. Thinks about the deep 3. Stopped against 2 defenders. Throws a pass right corner. Baker, 3, good. Griffin Baker again. Hudsonville back on top.
Great job by Baker there. I will say, number 1, Daniels. He has not been hitting his shots much tonight, but boy, is he quick, and he can get those rebounds easily.
Baker double-digit scoring off the bench. Left corner, Kean Hinkle, defended by Daniels. Swings left wing for Bont with 2:45 in the ballgame. Hudsonville by 1. Bont, left corner for Hinkle. Kean Hinkle drives, throws it right corner. Bont, long step back 2 for the lead, off the back rim, no. Leaping rebound, Camden Carroll. Turns on Miller, drive, clutches, scores, and Byron Center back on top. Camden Carroll with 12.
Yeah, it was close to an over the back, but he has so much height that you can't call an over the back there with how that happened and turned out.
6'9", stretch 4, can guard multiple positions, has 9 Division I offers on the table for the junior Carroll, with a lot more coming next year, his senior season. 2 minutes to go. 53-52 Byron Center. Left wing, Braden Shamray. Stutter step on Ferguson. Throws left corner on to Osting. Jab step back to Shamray. 3 off the back rim, no. Rebound down to Cassius Bont. 1:52 to go. Byron Center the lead in the basketball by 1.
I'm interested to see if either teams are going to put in a full court press here.
Lee to slow it down. 1:40 to go. Watched defensively by Griffin Baker. Lee angles, throws right side for Bont. Up fake from about 35 feet out. Starts the dribble. Crossing, fouled. He was run into by Joey Miller. I believe that's the end of the night for Miller. It is. Miller is done, and McFall and his 4 fouls coming out in his place. 1:29 to go. Byron Center by 1. The hottest team in West Michigan, the Bulldogs, looking to hang on against one of the other hottest teams in West Michigan, Hudsonville, down the stretch. Dennis will come in here for Baker.
Yeah, I think McFall brings a lot to this Eagles team, and we're going to see it here soon.
And now, right before the inbound, first time out of the game for Byron Center will get called right here. 1:29 to go, 53-52 Byron Center. We'll step aside, be right back. Welcome back. 1:29 to go. Byron Center 53, Hudsonville 52 on March and MGN. Nate Dreyer, Aiden Lynch, in a game that is living up to all of the possible billing, and we hyped this one up a lot.
Oh, we did for sure, and it is living up to our expectations. Coming down to the wire here, 53-52, 1:29 to go. It's interesting to see what both teams might implement coming to the end of the game, whether it be full court press, different kind of defenses, different kind of offenses, trying to hold on to that ball a little more, run out the clock.
89 seconds to go. Byron Center the lead by 1 of the basketball. Left to right over the timeline off a backcourt inbound to Isaac Lee. Defended over the timeline by Dykstra. Left wing for Bont. Up top for Lee with 1:21. 3 fouls against Hudsonville, 2 against Byron Center. Lee with 1:15 to the right corner. Lee, baseline drive, reaching past Ferguson. He stepped out of bounds, and Hudsonville takes it over. Huge mistake from Lee. We'll see a trio of Eagles, including Braden Shamray, check in right here. Huge mistake from the junior. Hudsonville takes it over, and they'll be faced up with some full court pressure right here. Inbounded to Shamray, 1:10 to go.
I was about to say, I'm surprised they didn't have Shamray in right there, but obviously now he checked in.
Shamray, McFall, Carroll, all with 4 fouls against. Joey Miller has already fouled out. Reaching pass down low. Shamray hit McFall. Tries to go for the shot. Tried to draw the contact in the foul. Didn't get it. Hinkle down to the rebound. 51 seconds to go. Cassius Bont in the backcourt. And a timeout as he was stopped up. Gets called from the Byron Center bench. 53-52. We'll stay with you through the break. Through this break. Thanks as always to Centennial Securities, Farmers Insurance for presenting game night on Michigan Sports Radio. Huge mistakes and missed opportunities from both teams right there.
Yeah, missed opportunities is an understatement. They had chances to get up and put extra points on the board. Hudsonville even had a chance to come from behind and try to get a lead back. Byron Center has possession of the ball. They've got the timeout and they've got the lead. So that's a big thing for Byron Center right now, but I guarantee you will see some fouls from this Eagles defense.
48.2 to go. Shamray had 13 at the half, just 16 now as he's been dealing with this foul trouble throughout the second half. He'll take a seat, defense for offense right here. Braylon McFall with his 4 fouls against will stay out defensively right here for the Eagles. Just under 50 seconds to go. Byron Center by 1 with the basketball. Full court pressure on the inbound. Far side going left to right out of the backcourt. Ferguson to trigger in. Ferguson lobbing in front of the line on the back. On to Lee. Lee over the timeline. Whipping across for Bont. Risky pass. Sophomore settles it down. Bont curls free throw line. 38 seconds to go. Reached and fouled by Jonah Dennis. And Hudsonville still with one more before the bonus comes on. That's the first foul on Jonah Dennis. 36.3 on the clock. 1 point lead for Byron Center. Looking to stretch the 11-game win streak to 12 and keep their season alive. Ferguson, right side in front of his own bench to throw it in. Lobs into the backcourt to Lee. Watched there defensively by Carson Dykstra. 33 seconds on the clock. Lee over the timeline with 31. Trapped up, ball out of bounds. It looks like it's going to be ruled to be last off of Hudsonville. And it is. Byron Center keeps it, and a timeout from Coach Rodriguez. A big call right there as that went pinballing out, and Byron Center will keep it with 29 seconds to go, Aiden.
Yeah, there's not much I can say about that last one. Obviously, they over there have a better angle than we do. Couldn't see much without what is happening, but as always, it's always going to be controversial because if it doesn't go your way, you're not happy.
It was a mass of humanity around that basketball. Again, Hudsonville goes a little defense for offense and sub some things out. We'll see Justin Fisher come on the floor. 29 seconds here, and obviously the next foul will put Byron Center only up 1 into the bonus. So, you know, free throws, both free throws made don't kill you right here, and certainly you would expect a very, very aggressive defense of this inbound looking for a steal out of Hudsonville.
100%, and that call right there could have made or break it for Hudsonville. They haven't had a chance to get it put up for the last 40 seconds-ish. They haven't got a chance to add to their points, so that could have been the make or break for them right there. But yes, defense is going to be a very crucial factor right here without trying to foul, but you will see the intentional fouls as we get down and time winds down.
Jenison, East Kentwood, both out. Their teams in their warm-ups watching right now as they get ready to play to see who takes on the winner of this game. And I think both those teams pretty happy that they didn't have to be in this contest here tonight. And because you've got one very, very good team, one district-winning capable team is going home tonight. It's that simple. Ferguson to throw in. Lobbed it over the head of Carroll. A foul. A foul is called against Hudsonville on the inbound. It's against Osting. It sends Byron Center to the stripe.
Yeah, I think we both saw it there. That was a chance for Hudsonville and a chance that was missed. That ball was heading on its way out of bounds. Fouled, screwed it up for them.
And he grabbed on, Osting did to Carroll, and Carroll will go to the stripe, up 1 with 28 seconds. First one, rattles home. Carroll got the first. He's got 13 in the ball game now, leading scorer for Byron Center. Shamray, McFall, Baker back out there for the Eagles.
Yeah, that's a couple players there that all have 4 fouls on them. Shamray and McFall there. Sorry, I was kind of confused what happened there. So you're trying to leave a little bit of room out there with players that can foul and get those intentional fouls.
Free throw up, free throw good for Carroll. He hits them both. The Byron Center lead stretches to 3. with 25 seconds to go, and Hudsonville will use a timeout to set some things up right here. 24.7 on the clock, 55-52. Byron Center starting to get fired up right here. Still 24 seconds, so still enough time on the clock where you're looking for a 2 if you get an easy look at the 2 if you're Hudsonville. Not just hunting the 3 ball as of yet, but I feel like Braden Shamray from 3 might still be their most effective form of offense.
Yeah, you might say that, and I agree with you, but I also have seen a little bit out of him that isn't what we saw at the beginning. He isn't consistently hitting his threes as he did before. Maybe it's a little more overconfident to him, putting up those very contested shots, but I do agree with you. That is probably one of their best factors in getting this game tied up.
And he hasn't been able to get a rhythm either. He's been on and off the bench throughout this one. 24.7 on the clock. Byron Center side to their feet. They're getting fired up.
Hopefully I can still hear you.
All righty, here we go. 24.7 on the clock. Byron Center leads by 3. Hudsonville the basketball. Inbounded along the baseline to Shamray with 23. Watched over the half-court line by Ferguson. Shamray around a screen. Left corner, catch and shoot 3. Baker off the connector, no good. Rebound, paddled around. Secured by McFall. Over the back, foul. It will stay with Hudsonville.
Great job by McFall there, grabbing that ball. It was all bobbled around. He grabbed that ball and kept control to give the Eagles another shot.
First foul on Blount, 12 seconds to go. 55-52, Hudsonville down 3 with the ball. 12 seconds to go. Who will save their season? Baseline left inbound for Justin Fisher. Pounds the rock, holds above his head. Fisher leaning, looking, left corner for Shamray with 10. Step back 3 to tie. Off the front rim, no. Board down, back the other way, running out with Connor Ferguson. Fouled hard at center court. Shamray wants a foul. He won't get it. Byron Center goes to the strike. 5 seconds to go, even.
Shamray and Elliott both arguing for a foul there. That foul could have made or break it for them. They're behind the three-point line. He gets 3 easy shots at the line. Now Byron Center gets to go to the line to try to keep it up with only 5 seconds left.
All right, Connor Ferguson can make it a 2-score game at the stripe right here. Ferguson, first one, clutches. Rattles home. Got the friendly touch for Connor Ferguson. He's got one more to make it 5 with 5 seconds to go and keep the win streak going for Byron Center. Clutches it up, scores it, hit them both. Lead is 5. Shamray with 3. Shamray over the timeline, launches it from half court. No good. Byron Center's win streak keeps rolling. The Eagles season ends on Wednesday in a thriller. It's a home court hold for the Bulldogs of Byron Center. They've won 12 in a row. What a game it was. 57-52. Byron Center survives to Friday.
Yeah, that was a game to say the least, and I give credit to both teams. It's not like one team was on top the whole time. Both teams played amazing tonight, and it sucks to see that one has to go home.
Like we said, one team that had an ability to win a district championship and maybe more was going home tonight, and that is what we ultimately see on Byron Center's home floor. East Kentwood and Jenison up next. We got a lot more still to get to. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on our Farmers Insurance postgame show. Byron Center survives.
The 10 winners of the Nobel Peace Prize or the last 5 Miss Americas, the point is the applause dies and the achievements are forgotten. But can you name 3 friends who helped you through tough times or teachers who encouraged you in school? We remember those who make a difference in our lives. I'm Randy Hansen, president of Centennial Securities. What matters to us are the personal relationships we have with our clients, helping them build a secure financial future. As a Centennial Securities customer, you know what I mean. If you're not, isn't it about time?
Member SIPC and FINRA.
Hey everyone, Nate
from Michigan Game Night. If you haven't already, make sure to check out the MGN shop. You can find it through MichiganGameNight.com or the Michigan Game Night page on Michigan Sports Radio. Click on the Buy MGN Merch button or tab on either page and find your way on over. You can check out a store that has hats, beanies, sweatshirts, t-shirts, water bottles, and everything in between, from just simple MGN logo designs to playoff featured designs, designs with famous calls and moments from MGN, and much, much more. Make sure you check out the MGN shop through MichiganGameNight.com or MichiganSportsRadio.com/MGN.
Can you identify your number one personal trait? The thing that you do better than most others? If not, this may be a good time to think this through. If you're really good at writing, then why use the phone? If you're great on the phone, why use email? If you have exceptional human relation skills, why sit back and let others lead? I'm Randy Hansen, president of Centennial Securities Company. Playing to our strengths is something we do very well at Centennial. And if you're already a customer, you know what I mean. If not, isn't it about time?
Member SIPC and FINRA.
Welcome back, everyone. Centennial Securities postgame show. Nate and Aiden wrapping things up right here. Look at some of your leading scores. Camden Carroll leads the way for Byron Center with 14. Braden Shamray leads all scorers with his 16 for the Eagles. As Byron Center survives, let's jump right into taking a look at some second half highlights from this one. Let's start with Hudsonville taking their first lead of the third quarter. 42-all. Shamray resets the offense. Skip pass, left elbow. McFall turns the back on Bunt. Into the lane, right wing, all alone. Step back three. Baker right down the hatch and good. Griffin Baker puts Hudsonville back on top. Next we move on to Byron Center. This was Keegan Hinkle, a big triple to tie. Down to Ferguson, left to right. He's running here for Byron Center. Flips it right corner onto Bunt. Steps back, feeds up top. Hinkle toes the line, tries a three. Good. Right down the hatch for Hinkle. We're tied back at 45.
Hinkle knew right.
One last highlight here, Griffin Baker. They ultimately fell short, but this was the last time Hudsonville led the game in a back and forth contest before it would wind up being iced out down the stretch by Byron Center. Shamray right wing, Baker. Up fake, dribble drive on an angle, stops right elbow. Kicks it up top for Shamray. Thinks about the deep three. Stopped against two defenders. Throws a pass right corner. Baker, three, good. Griffin Baker again. Hudsonville back on top. Great. And now in our Farmers Insurance play of the game. One that we didn't necessarily actually have highlights of, but it was the final play of the game. Ultimately, it was the defense played on Braden Shamray. Down three, Shamray got a pretty good look. At the end of the day, almost everyone in this building knew where that shot was going. A perfectly defended shot, hand in the face of Shamray. Wasn't able to do anything with it.
Yeah, 100%. We were talking a little bit during the break there. That's not a foul you're going to call. If you're the referees, unless it's quite obvious, you can't call that there. They were trying to get that foul, but I feel like Shamray was heavily guarded. It was a very contested shot. Great job by the Bulldogs to get in his face a little bit, knowing what he had done in the first half and a little bit in the second half, but mostly in the first half, knowing that, coming out and getting in his face.
Centennial Securities offers the investments and advice for your best financial game plan. They present our winning game plan from this one, and you got to go to Byron Center, got to go to Coach Rodriguez, really sticking to his guns. We talked about when will they go full court man, when will they go zone. They really just kind of stuck in a physical half-court man-to-man defense. It worked all game. They were able to frustrate Hudsonville, force some fouls as well, and it worked out, just really sticking to their guns. Byron Center, they didn't mix it up too much, and it worked out.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like they stuck to a game plan that they talked about at the beginning, and they said, this is how we're going to do it. I think the only thing we really saw from them that was a little different was Ferguson. Ferguson had a full court press, but it was just a one-person full court press the whole time. It was just giving them a little pressure, saying, hey, we're here, we're ready, and we want to play.
Rainbow Grill in Grandville presents our Player of the Game award. How about Camden Carroll? A quiet 14, couple rebounds snagging there as well, but that's what he does. He just seems to come up with the shots in the big moment when the team needed points. He winds up leading them in scoring. Just that kind of night again for Camden Carroll. Showed why he is the level of player at the next level that he's expected to be.
Yeah, Camden Carroll, 100% a starter for the Byron Center Bulldogs. Also a great asset to them, going from behind the line and in front of the line. You know, we saw him at the free throw line just a couple times maybe, but most of the time he was out there being quiet, also great with the passing too.
All right, 57-52. We have our first ticket to Friday night here in District 7 Punched. Byron Center hangs on. They win on their home floor. We're going to step aside, going to turn things around. Be right back here from Byron Center for Game 2 as Jenison takes on East Kentwood. Don't go anywhere. Be right back.
Are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
Weights have been lifted. Sprints have been run. Preparation for today's game is history. It's time to get it done. You're listening on MichiganSportsRadio.com.
The basketball postseason is just around the corner, and a very familiar name swims to the top at the Upper Peninsula Finals. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid. The boys' basketball brackets were released on Sunday, as the MHSAA boys basketball tournament is set to start on Monday, February 26th. In each district, the top 2 teams, according to NPR, were placed on opposite sides of the draw, and the remaining teams were placed according to a random draw. Next Sunday, the 25th, the girls' bracket will be released. It's done the same way, with the top 2 teams in each district going on opposite sides of the bracket, and the girls' tournament begins March 4th. A great majority of tournament games will be available on the NFHS network. Just go to nfhsnetwork.com to search for your team's games. The finals for both the girls and boys will air live on Valley Sports Detroit. The boys' finals are Saturday, March 16th, with the girls 1 week later on March 23rd. Remember, the boys' tournament is first this year. Semifinals and finals will be played at the Breslin Center in East Lansing. The defending champs on the boys' side are Detroit Cass Tech in D1, Ferndale in Division 2, Flint Beecher in Division 3, and Munising in D4. On the girls' side, it was Rockford in Division 1, Lansing Catholic in D2, Hemlock in Division 3, and Maple City Glen Lake in Division 4. For scores, updated brackets, and game times, please be sure to check out MHSAA.com. It's time for Game Balls, when we highlight a trio of standout performances from the past week. First, Madawan's Noah Van Lanningham. He scored a school record 40 in a game against Holt, making 9 triples in the process. The 40 points put him over 1,000 career points and made him Madawan's all-time leading scorer. Mason County Eastern's Clay Shoup. Clay poured in 55 points in a win over Manistee Catholic, breaking the school's single-game record. And to both the boys and girls bowling teams at Bay City John Glenn, each captured their 4th straight Bay County championship.
For high school seniors, the matchup of the year isn't on the field. It's actually online. That's right. When you fill out the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, you could also be eligible for thousands of dollars in additional money from the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. Yep, nearly 80% of students who fill out the FAFSA may be eligible. Now that's a matchup we can all root for. Get started today at michigan.gov/achievement. The Michigan Achievement Scholarship. It's a game changer.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with the MHSAA's Director of Officiating Services, Sam Davis.
We're on the basketball court today, where a player fires up a shot that fails to make it to the basket. An air ball. But if he's able to catch the ball before anyone else touches it, is this a traveling violation? If not, what is the player able to do now? It is not traveling as long as the referee judges the first release of the ball as a shot attempt. After catching the shot, it's treated the same as grabbing an offensive rebound that hit the rim. The player can now restart his dribble, pass the ball, or shoot again. A shot attempt is a shot attempt, regardless of it hitting the rim or backboard.
Thanks, Sam. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, go to the MHSAA website now to register. With most winter sports just starting the postseason, there is one that's already in the record books. The UP Swimming and Diving held its finals at Marquette over the weekend, and the host school won titles on both the boys and girls side. The girls brought home their 5th title in 6 years and 28th overall. They finished first in 4 individual and 2 relay events. Grace Sobchak was a part of 4 of those wins. She was fastest in the 200-yard individual medley, the 500 freestyle, and was on the 200 medley and 400 freestyle relay teams. Gladstone was second, Ishpeming Westwood third. For the boys, similar story. Marquette finished first in 3 individual events and all 3 relays. It's their 5th straight title and 31st overall. Junior Trevor Crandall won the 50-yard freestyle and was on the winning 200 medley and 400 freestyle relay teams. Houghton finished second, Gladstone was third. For complete coverage from the pool in Marquette, be sure to go to MHSAA.com. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross. We'll be back next week.
Back right Neris 4. Cam right Neris with 2. Turns to win. Yes! Cam right Neris! Grandville wins!
The ball is tipped, and there you are. You're running for your life. You're a shooting star, and all the years.
Inbound against the pressure, lobbed ahead over the timeline to Gable. Gable straight to the basket, elevates, jams it down over top of Orbaugh. Oh my goodness, the tomahawk jam over top of the defender. A big leaning right elbow, skips the right corner to Watson, catch and shoot 3. Splash! Muskegon has taken the lead, 47-46. Justin Watson, another triple. He has 9, 138 in the third, and a big red lead. Line giving on to Titus. Titus angles, pull-up shot for the lead. Good! Brady Titus, a scream to the heavens after he knocks it down. And the Hudsonville Eagles are state champions for the first time in school history. They mob at center court. Head coach Casey Glass, in his 12th season, has taken the Eagles to the mountaintop. They are state champions. And it's the ultimate revenge for Tri-Unity. Another state championship for Coach Keeler's squad. The defenders of Tri-Unity Christian, state champions in Division 4. 56-45 the final.
It's more than a contest. It's more than a
Welcome back, Nate Jyer, Aiden Lynch, Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio. March on MGN rolls on. What a thriller, 57-52 to open our night. Hudsonville just held off on the Byron Center's win streak continues, and now it's the upset kids. Now 3-20 on the year, Jenison, after their thrilling and shocking upset Monday over Grandville. A game, though, that they kind of led start to finish, took the lead in the middle of the first quarter, and they really were able to hold the 15-win Bulldogs off all the way down the stretch, and they take on a team in East Kentwood for Coach Mike Thomas, a 3-time state champion, Coach Thomas, twice at Kalamazoo Central, once more at Grand Blanc. When this team is at their best, they have a chance to make that 4 for him. When they are at their worst, they have a chance to lose to just about anyone. They've been a little bit Jekyll and Hyde on the year, so you have Jenison, 3 wins on the year. They've been the crazy upset kids, and then East Kentwood, a true championship threat in the state of Michigan when they're at their best. That's how this one sets up.
Yeah, and you kind of got to look at it here. I'll let you touch base on this a little more. We were just talking about it. Jenison is not going to be able to do the same things they did against Grandville on Monday if we see the East Kentwood team that we know.
Yeah, absolutely. This is an East Kentwood team with multiple next-level guys in the backcourt in terms of ball handlers. Christian Humphrey Rembert is a true one-of-one type guy on the wing at 6'8", 6'9", with some of what he's able to do. They've got pace, they've got defense, and they have an ability to turn up the wick in the second half as well. We've seen that kind of all year out of them, where maybe they'll be a bit slower in the first half. Things aren't quite going East Kentwood's way in the first half, and they bring out a wild run and jump, a little bit different lineup in the second half, and it's ball game and it's lights out and night over for whoever they are playing. One quick break. We'll be right back. We'll wrap things up. We're moving along quickly, getting closer to tip-off here with Game 2. East Kentwood and Jenison on the Centennial Securities pregame show. All right, so Humphrey Rembert, physical freak. We'll touch on him, and we'll talk about Vince Lambert coming off 16 points on Monday, pretty much the best game of his career. He's going to have to do it again and then some.
I'm interested to see. I wonder if they'll do Chatfield up against Humphrey.
Humphrey, they play a 5-out offense for the most part. So he really doesn't ever post up.
No.
He mostly runs. He likes to shoot and dunk. Actually, he's had a problem in his career being a little bit. Is that add not fire? Oh, yeah.
What would you do with some extra time? Shop Fastlane today.
Somebody once said life moves pretty fast, and that's exactly how we like it. Want to build something? Great. Start businesses, build bridges, raise a whole city. Future in fighting crime? Want to save lives? Do it all here. But you've got to go forward fast. Because today is now, and tomorrow is soon. And to get ahead of the game, you got to get ahead of your time. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Are you looking for a new career? Aetna Supply is hiring. Aetna Supply is Michigan's #1 plumber wholesaler, servicing local customers for over 50 years. They offer great benefits, a 401k with company match, quarterly bonuses, and no Sundays. Once again, check them out at aetnasupply.com/careers or click on their logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage. Have you recently collided with a deer or been caught in an unfortunate accident? Don't worry, Car Center Collision and Glass is your trusted partner to bring your vehicle back to life. With convenient branches in Cedar Springs, Burton Heights, Alpine, and Big Rapids, we're right around the corner to provide expert assistance. From collision repairs to mechanical fixes, we're your one-stop solution for all your car needs. Check us out at carcentermi.com.
All right, welcome back. Centennial Securities pregame show. Nate and Aiden, you already kind of know about what we're going into next. Quick little technical difficulty there on the ad firing off. So, you know what we're going to talk about? First off, Christian Humphrey Rembert, just a unique physical specimen. Not necessarily a guy that's a traditional 6'9" back to the basket guy, but because he's a true 3-level scorer. Very difficult. Gage Chatfield, 6'4", going to be essentially the tallest guy along with Householder at 6'4", that Jenison's going to have to throw at him. So it's going to be really difficult. It's going to have to be a repeat of Monday night against Cam Regnerus and then some for Jenison, really our main matchup to watch.
Yeah, and I mean, you heard a little bit of it during that before we realized we didn't fire the ad. But Humphrey Rembert, 6'9", towering over Chatfield, who's probably around 6'4", 6'5", right? You know, that is something that is going to be a big factor tonight, like you said, and I'm interested to see if Humphrey Rembert will be able to use his height to his advantage tonight, or if they'll keep him on the outside of the wing.
Absolutely, very good point. Both teams back to their benches. National anthem is on deck right here. Let's send it on down to the public address.
Both teams to give us their very best effort on the court, and for everyone, players, coaches, and fans, to give us their best sportsmanship. Remember, nothing beats good sportsmanship. championship. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. East Kentwood. Sophomore guard wearing number 1, Pierce Kentwood. Junior guard wearing zero, Landon Storms. For the Wildcats, junior guard wearing number 3,
here we go. Coach Paez and Coach Thomas send their unit out. Hudsonville, the home whites, numbers in black, trimmed in red down the side. The traveling greens for Jenison, numbers in white, trimmed in black, black and white trimming down the side. Humphrey Rembert will step in against Gage Chatfield for the tip. Give an advantage of 5 inches to CHR on this one. 8 minutes up on the board. East Kentwood goes right to left across your radio dial. They win it back to start. And here comes their terrific junior, Ja Hatchett, handing off for Tompkins right wing. On to Landon Storms. Storms, right wing for Tompkins. A fired up cheering section for Jenison. In between the rings, taking his time with a left-hand dribble, Ja Hatchett. Throws across to Storms, right wing. Leaning pass, right block, Bowman. Back to Storms, right wing. Curls with a left-hand dribble. Up top to Tompkins Jr. Throws left wing to Ja Hatchett. Up top, passes tipped and settled down here. Facing up against the zone by Tompkins. Gave it to Hatchett, got it back, 3. Off the connector, no. Rebound gathered in by Humphrey. Swung out right wing on to Tompkins. A Lobs to Storms, left corner, working against the zone. Up top, pass is tipped by Norton, nearly stolen, settled down by Hatchett. Right corner, on the drive, Tompkins, no-look pass, tips away from Humphrey Rembert. Ball on the floor, Chatfield's got it, poked away by Bowman. He'll score off the window. East Kentwood the first lead.
Yeah, that was a close, clear foul there that was not called. Chatfield is realizing what he's up against with Humphrey Rembert after that first rebound.
Right wing, Charlie Norton. Throws back left side to Ginzer, the sophomore. 6:42 and less in the first. Top of the key, Van Slambrook coming off 16 points on Monday. Bounds in the lane, left-hand hook shot strong. Tompkins Jr. off and running. Went to go to a no-look pass. Instead, he clutches the basketball and travels. Turns it over. East Kentwood will give it up right here. Van Elst will throw into Ginzer.
I'm going to say it's been a little bit over a minute right now, and it's nothing clear of what we're going to see tonight. I mean, it's kind of there. Seeing a good amount of steals and nice bats by number 3, Norton.
And so far, the Jenison zone has slowed down. East Kentwood left wing 3, down and good. Cameron Van Elst, and Jenison's got the lead.
Van Elst is just showing the potential that Jenison has here tonight.
Hatchett, right corner, stopped up by Van Slambrook. Skips up top, faced up against this 2-3 zone. Right wing on for Hatchett. Lobs across to Tompkins left corner. On the leap, stutter step. Whip pass, down low, Bowman. Turns on Chatfield, gives it to the corner to Hatchett. Right wing to Storms. Storms trapped, right corner on to Hatchett. Head fake, up top Storms. Swings left wing, Tompkins. Drives around the defense. Teardrop, back rim, no. Rebound, tipped around into the hands of Hatchett. Tries a 3, splash.
I'm going to be honest, there's a lot of physicality right now, and the refs are not seeing anything. That was clearly almost a call that could have been made.
5.5 to go first quarter. 5-3 East Kentwood. Tompkins all over Ginzer. Left side to Charlie Norton. Skip pass, top of the key. Chatfield, he is grabbed and fouled from behind. That one goes on Jaden Bowman for our first foul of the ball game. 5:19 in the first, 5-3 East Kentwood.
I think this is giving us a little bit of a preview of what we might see tonight. A lot more physicality and a lot more being allowed than we saw in the previous game with a different set of officiating crew.
Ginzer, right corner, Norton tries a 3, splash, right down the hatch.
Wow, that was a high arc, and it was easy for him. Made it feel like nothing.
And Jenison leads, and they'll get a steal. Van Slambrook pokes it away. Van Slambrook run into by Hatchett. No foul. Hatchett the steal. Angles over the timeline. Behind the back dribble. Lost his footing, and a foul on Pierce Ginzer, who does not like to call the first of the ball game on the Wildcats. 4:55 in the first, 6-5.
Yeah, I mean, not much to say there. We can talk about officiating all game, but there's no reason to. It's going to come down to these teams learning about how they can play and using that to play their games.
Storms, angle drive, up top, Tompkins. Head fake, dribble drive, jump pass, left corner, catch and shoot 3. Hatchett, good. Another 3, the second of the ball game for Ja Hatchett. He's got 6.
Something I'm noticing about this East Kentwood team, number 2, Daryl Tompkins. He's a great behind-the-scenes guy. He is great at making those passes.
4.5 to go. Norton tries another deep 3. Off the front rim, no. Rebound down to Bowman. 2-point lead for East Kentwood. Tompkins off and running. Looking to work with some pace. Not allow them to set up the zone. 25-foot 3. Off the back rim, no for Hatchett. Border ripped down by Chatfield after Ja Hatchett forced that one. 4:11 to go.
Great job by Van Elst and Chatfield, working together to get that board.
Chatfield pressured right elbow. Up top with a right-hand dribble, slowing things down. Van Slambrook around a screen. Van Slambrook down the left side of the lane. Jump pass, left wing for Ginzer. Here's the sophomore to the corner for Chatfield. Left corner holding the ball, giving on to a cutting Van Elst. Along the end line, Van Elst steps out of bounds, and East Kentwood takes it over. Subs for either team. Jordan Snip, Connor Householder in for Jenison, as we're going to see Cameron Singer check in for East Kentwood here.
Surprising that they're going to bring Chatfield out, but I also agree Householder did some great things there on Monday, and I'm excited to see what he can do as he makes his first time in the game.
3:45 and less to go first quarter. East Kentwood by 2. Right wing Storms feeds to the corner for Humphrey Rembert. Swung left wing to Hatchett, working against the zone. Angle drive, free throw line, jump pass, right wing Singer. Back up top to Hatchett, lobs it left corner for Storms. Reaches a pass down low to Bowman. Clutches, walks in a Householder, turns the back, up top pass, poked and stolen away by Norton and the Wildcats. Van Elst is running, throws to the corner, catch and shoot 3, Norton. Off the front rim, no. Poured down to Hatchett, he's off and running right to left. Up the middle of the floor, Hatchett, basket, floater, back rim, no. Foul called. Humphrey Rembert nearly could have gotten a technical for jamming that long after the foul call, but it will be a call on Van Elst for his first, the second on the Wildcats, and it will send Ja Hatchett to the line.
Yeah, I was waiting for that call there, but something that I'm also noticing about Jenison, number 3, Charlie Norton. We saw it a lot on Monday, and we saw it at least 4 times tonight. Norton is a magnet to the ball. He knocks it away every single time.
First one is good for Ja Hatchett. He's doing the bulk of the work right now for East Kentwood as the freshman wing, C.J. Reynolds, will come in here for Coach Thomas as Bowman will take a seat. One more here for Hatchett. Wears 11 in the home white jerseys. Junior guard, third year up on varsity. Bends the knees, right-hand free throw, good. Hatchett able to knock that one down. He's got 8 points in the early going of his team's 10. It's a 4-point lead here for EK.
Talking a little bit about pace here. We're starting to see a full court press from East Kentwood. I'm wondering if we'll see that for the rest of the game.
The run and jump is one of their main specialties. Vince Slambrook, left wing, hassled by Hatchett. Gave it to a cutting Norton. A left-hand shot swatted by Humphrey Rembert. Off and running, here comes Landon Storms. Right corner for Hatchett. Baseline drive, regathers, jump pass, left wing Singer. Forces across, poked and stolen by Norton. Back the other way, left to right over the timeline comes Vince Slambrook. Angles to the basket, left-hand layup, off the glass, good. Jenison within 2. Good finish from Vince Slambrook for his first points.
Norton is able to poke it away every time. We just said it. It is insane how he can be right at that ball at the moment's notice.
2:25 to go in the first, just a 2-point lead right now, working against the zone for the East Kentwood offense. Right wing for Hatchett. Right corner, onto the freshman Reynolds, drive and a foul on the grab on the Wildcats. Their third of the corner. That one gets whistled on Jordan Snip. For Snip's first, Pierce Ginzer checks back into the ballgame for Coach Paez, as it will be Norton getting a rest right here with 2:13 in the first. 10-8 lead for East Kentwood.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we'll see Chatfield in again before the second quarter. I think it would be a good idea for them to put him back in.
Reynolds throws right wing on the Singer. Left wing for Reynolds again, the freshman. Up top for Singer, defended by Ginzer. Right wing, left-hand pass back up top on the way from Hatchett. Singer will back at left wing. Throws across right wing onto the freshman Reynolds. Skip pass, extra pass, left corner on for Storms. Singer, left wing, steps around a defender, back to Storms, toes the line, tries a 3. Out the connector, no. Rebound down to Hatchett. Hatchett spins with 144, throws to the corner, catch and shoot 3. Good for the freshman C.J. Reynolds.
You had a better angle than I did there. I had a ref standing in front of me, but that was a great job by him getting to the outside and getting that off.
13-8, East Kentwood's lead. 90 seconds to go in the first. Then Slambrook Hassel drives to the basket, leaning layup, short, but a foul will send Vin Slambrook to the stripe for his first chance at the line of the ball game. 1:24 in the first. 13-8, East Kentwood is the upset kids. Jenison trying to find a way to stay in it right now against the District 2 seed Jenison.
Yeah, Chris Van Slambrook, he did great there on Monday for them, and let's see if he can do it again. He's at the line. It seems like he's going to the line a little bit tonight. I mean, it might be his first or second time at the line, but excited to see what he can do.
First one rattles out. Norton will check in here for Van Elst. One more for the lefty, who had 16 points on Monday against Grandville. Wears 12 in the traveling green uniforms. Left foot offset in front of the right. Left-hand free throw rattles home. Got the friendly touch off the glass. And Vin Slambrook has 3 in the ball game. 1:19 to go in the first. 13-9. Up top for Singer. Swung right wing for Hatchett. To the corner on for a quick pass from Jaden Wheeler, who's out there. Jump pass, left corner, Hatchett. Forced to paddle it, trying to save it in bounds. Spiked it out of bounds instead. Another turnover forced by Jenison, their specialty from Monday. And the Wildcats take it back over. 1:06 in the first.
Jenison is doing really good under pressure right now, and it seems like they're continuing as they only have a minute left.
Left wing, here's Ginzer, defended by Hatchett with 59 seconds. Swung right corner. Vince Slambrook around a screen, will back it out with a right-hand dribble. Alternate hands. Vince Slambrook drives with 52. Takes it to the basket. Reaching layup. What a finish, Vince Slambrook. Jenison back within 2.
Van Slambrook showing what he has. He can do a lot of things, and that was a wide layup that he put in like it was right next to it.
He's got 5 now. Jenison working out of a little bit of a 2-3 matchup zone. Free throw line, Hatchett. Jump pass, right wing, onto the driving Reynolds. Reynolds up top, Hatchett. Whip pass down low, tipped around, secured left wing by Singer. Gave it on to Humphrey Rembert. Tries to jam it with 2 hands through Householder. Householder's able to get the contact and deflect it away. That will send Christian Humphrey Rembert to the stripe. Good foul right there from Householder as CHR got up to jam. 22 seconds in the first. 2-point lead for the Falcons.
100% agree with you there. Householder was right up there with him. Just got that foul there. I believe he could have gotten a little bit of a block there on it, but he didn't. Great job, though, by stopping that easy 2 points, as you can just see there.
First free throw rattles out, no good. Storms checks in here for Reynolds. 1 more for Humphrey. Christian, second one, no good. Missed it short. Fight for the rebound. Storms able to snag it, but his whip pass up the floor gets stolen away by Vince Slambrook. 16 seconds on the first quarter clock. 2-point lead for East Kentwood. Vince Slambrook, top of the key. Angles left with 9 seconds. Hands off to Norton with 7. Norton poked and stolen away by Humphrey Rembert. Running with 5. Here comes Humphrey Rembert. Paddles it to the corner. Singer, 3 at the buzzer. Off the back rim, no. The lead is only 2 after 1. We're going to step aside. Be right back here from Byron Center. The Wildcats might be at it again.
It's a beautiful time of year, but for many, it is also the beginning of allergy season, which means lots of sneezing, itchy, watery eyes, runny nose, constant drainage, or ear pressure. These are all allergy symptoms we regularly treat. Don't let your allergy stop you from enjoying what you love to do outdoors. We have several ear, nose, throat, and allergy specialists ready to see you. Find us online at MichiganENTallergy.com. We look forward to helping you enjoy the outdoors again.
Somebody once said life moves pretty fast, and that's exactly how we like it. Want to build something? Great. Start businesses, build bridges, raise a whole city. Future in fighting crime? Want to save lives? Do it all here. But you've got to go forward fast. Because today is now, and tomorrow is soon. And to get ahead of the game, you got to get ahead of your time. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
All right, welcome back, everyone, to Byron Center. Nate Dreyer, Aiden Lynch, 13-11. Cardiac Cats at it again. They pulled the upset on Monday, and here they are just down 2 and with the basketball. And again, the zone has forced a lot of havoc, a lot of turnovers again, and you know, they've got this East Kentwood team looking out of sorts early, just a 2-point lead.
Yeah, you got me with the dad joke there. You're starting to get there, to be honest. But yes,
I know.
Jenison is doing great right now against the pressure. We'll see what they can do leading up into the half.
Ginzer, top of the key, spins, defended by Hatchett. Right wing on to Norton, curls around a screen, top of the key, throws a pass on to Vince Slambrook, walks into an 18-foot 2 off the back rim, no. Rebound down to Bowman, throws it on to Tompkins Jr. East Kentwood off and running. 20 seconds gone, second quarter. Drops it for Hatchett. He'll curl in between the rings. Loosely watched defensively across the zone here. Up top, swung right wing. Storms, reaching pass, right block, Bowman. Fouled from behind, and it will stay down low with East Kentwood. That call goes on Householder for his second of the ball game. 7:28 in the second, 13-11 East Kentwood. Baseline right inbound for Darryl Tompkins Jr. Lobs up top for Hatchett. Tries a deep, deep 3. Good! From in between the rings, 25-plus feet out, a triple from Ja Hatchett.
That was a great job by Hatchett there. He was almost at the volleyball line. That was a great job by him, getting that easy ball up and
Run and jump is out there. Hatchett rips it away. Gave it on to Tompkins. Drives to the basket. Scores. This is what East Kentwood does in the full court. Points all over the place and defense into offense. 1 minute gone, second quarter, 18-11. They're running, jumping again. The pressure leads to a foul on Ja Hatchett as he leans on Pierce Ginzer. But this is what East Kentwood does. They normally start to up the intensity in the second half. They've decided it's March, and they're going to go for it now in the second quarter.
Yeah, we can also just see what happens when East Kentwood gets in their full court press. Great job by number 11 there, Ja Hatchett, by getting that steal.
Nice feed to the basket. Vin Slambrook jump stop, gets free, and scores off the window. He has 7. Lead goes back down to 5 with 6.5 to go in the second. Jenison sticking with the zone right here. Right wing, Storms, kicks right corner to Humphrey Rembert. Swung all the way around, left wing to Hatchett. Hatchett, crossover, dribbles off his foot, out of bounds, another turnover, and it will go Jenison's way. 6:27 in the second.
Yeah, I think they can make that argument that Jenison touched it last, but they're going to already call it.
Here is Ginzer, working left wing. No look pass, top of the key to Chatfield. Defended here with the arms on him from Bowman. Chatfield bounds into the lane, turns the back, leans, right-hand shot, swatted off the backboard by Humphrey Rembert. Back the other way, here comes Ja Hatchett. Hatchett, right corner, Tompkins. Tompkins spins, drives free throw line, lost the handle, regathers left corner for Storms. Storms left wing for Tompkins, off the drive, lost the handle, poked and stolen by Norton. Here comes Vin Slambrook, down the floor to Norton, gave it on to Ginzer, spins, pirouettes, left-hand shot is good. Pierce Ginzer with his first points of the ball game. 5:47 in the second, lead back down to 1 possession.
Great job by Ginzer there, knowing what's coming behind him, waiting, spin move, up, easy layup.
2-3 zone back out right here from the Wildcats. Tompkins starts the offense, angling across the floor. Loosely watched by Ginzer. Skips right wing on to Hatchett. Drives, lost it, regathers. Whip pass up top. Landon Storms runs in front of half court to barely save that one. He'll reset the offense. 5:19 in the second. 18-15 East Kentwood. Pass tipped out of bounds by Charlie Norton. He'll be in front of the bench. Singer to throw it in. Up top for Storm. Swings right wing to Hatchett. Hatchett has it poked away by Ginzer. Up top for Singer. Right wing for Hatchett. 5 minutes to go. Up for Singer. Singer angles down the left side. Back up top to Hatchett. Swung right corner for Humphrey Rembert. Hatchett left wing Singer. In between the rings, Hatchett. Free throw line, Bowman. Jump pass, right corner, poked away. Norton last paddles it out of bounds as he pokes it between the intended passers. 4:50 second quarter, 18-15. East Kentwood's lead.
Yeah, ball's going both ways here. And you can see the mismatches as Humphrey Rembert is showing what he can do with his height advantage.
Right corner inbound here, Landon Storms to put it in. Hatchett will slowly reset the offense over to Singer. 3-point lead for East Kentwood, 4:45 in the second. Hatchett up top, Humphrey Rembert. Swings left wing to Singer. Skip pass, left block, Storm. So back it out, Singer. Up top for Hatchett. Left-hand pass, left wing, Singer. Triple try, falls off the back rim, no good. Rebound, paddle out of bounds. Last touched by Jenison. It will stay with East Kentwood. 4.5 to go in the second. 3-point lead for the Falcons.
Seems like Jenison has been staying in East Kentwood has been staying in Jenison territory for the last few minutes. Jenison's going to need something to get out of there.
Inbound to Bowman, gathers through a pair of defenders. Right-hand shot, misses strong. Rebound down to Ginzer. He's weaving up the middle of the floor. Left wing to Norton, tries a deep three to tie. Missed it all short. Rebound into the hands of Snip, and he is fouled on the floor. 4:19 in the second.
Norton had a very high arcing ball, and that's what caused them to have a short shot.
So that's the second foul whistled on Ja Hatchett. Bends the knees, flicks it up. Off the back rim, no good. One more coming up here for Snip. We'll see Jaden Wheeler, Crispin Slambrook check in for the respective teams. 4:19 in the second, 3-point lead for East Kentwood. Both offenses going a little cold right now at the midway point of the second. Snip, second. Off the back rim, high bounces. off the connector twice, caught a piece of the glass, and falls. 2-point game.
Yeah, 2 points is a little too close for comfort for East Kentwood right now. They're going to want to try to get a better lead.
Storms bounds, floater, good. And Landon Storms answers right back to make it a 4-point game. Charlie Norton, top of the key, swings left wing to Vin Slambrook with 3:58 and less. Halfway point of the second quarter. Left block, Householder, turns on the pivot, starts the dribble. Up top, pass on to Vin Slambrook, jab step, spins in the lane. Gave it on to Ginzer, left corner snip, reaching past Householder, left block. Turns the back on to Wheeler, starts the dribble, poked away. Here comes the double. Householder rips it, Wheeler rips it away from him, and East Kentwood takes it out of the scrum here with Singer. Up top for Hatchett.
That ball was very close to a jump ball, but great job by them for getting it out.
Right wing on the Singer. Up top again for Hatchett. 3:25 in the second. Humphrey Rembert, left wing. Whips up top to Singer. Back to Humphrey Rembert, left wing. Skip pass, left block, Wheeler. Up top to Singer, at the line. Drives in the lane. Right side, deep three. Ja Hatchett. Front rim, no. Rebound through the hands of Vin Slambrook. Taken away by Humphrey Rembert. Whips up top to Hatchett. Angle drive, spins in the lane. Hands it off, Storms to the basket. Right-hand shot, blocked and fouled. And Landon Storms will go to the line for two. 3:06 in the second, 20-16.
If I'm not mistaken, that might be Householder's second. Was that on Householder?
It is not.
It's
foul,
not.
Foul
Okay.
is.
I was expecting it to be on Householder there.
It is. Sorry, check that. It will be on him for his
Okay.
second.
Householder, that was a great job by him getting up there. It's 2 times in a row that he's gotten the foul call because he's right there. He just can't get up enough.
All right, so Storms misses the first. Chatfield will check in along with Van Elstier for Jenison. Householder off that foul will take a seat. 3 minutes to go, second quarter. One more for Storms. Free throw up, free throw good. Able to hit 1 of 2 at the strike.
If I'm Jenison right now, I'm thinking about getting Chatfield and Householder in at the same time. Both guys that are doing great up against these taller opponents.
Full court trap pass paddled out of bounds along the baseline by Humphrey Rembert. It'll stay with Jenison. Baseline left inbound, 2:57 in the second. 21-16, East Kentwood leading Jenison. It'll be Snip to throw in. Then Slambrook. Up top, Van Elst. Throws it, free throw line. Chatfield backs into the lane. Clutches right-hand shot. Good off the window. What a tough finish.
Chatfield was up against Humphrey Rembert right there, and he found a way to get it up and get it off the board for 2. Great job by Chatfield for finding that little space.
Lead is back down to 3 with 2.5 minutes to go. In between the rings, Singer. Faced up against the 2-3 zone. Left wing for Humphrey Rembert. Left corner Storms. Left wing Singer. Throws across right side for Ja Hatchett. Angle drive to the free throw line. Stops. Left hand pass. Left corner Singer. Got it down low to Humphrey Rembert. Lost the handle. Stolen away by Van Elst and the Wildcats. 2:15 in the second. Jenison can tie on this possession. Van Elst stops. Feeds down low to Norton. Paddled away and stolen away by Landon Storms after it was forced down low. Storms top of the key. Angles to the elbow. Storms. Left wing Hatchett. 1:58 in the second. He'll reset the offense. Directives coming in from Coach Mike Thomas. Jenison will pressure a bit right here out of the zone. Hatchett to the right side of the floor. Angles across. Throws with the left hand, left wing to Humphrey Rembert. Jump stop. Throws right wing. Deep 3. Hatchett. Back rim. No. Fight for the rebound. Snagged by Singer. Singer, left wing, Humphrey Rembert tries the 3. Off the back of the rim, no. Long board out to Singer. Singer drives, jump pass, right corner. Storms with space, triple. Good. They got 3 looks at it, and Landon Storms hits the 3rd.
Storms had enough time to recoup, and get that shot up. He had a time to think about it, and he put it in with ease.
Snip off the drive, handing off for Vin Slambrook, and a foul against the Eagles on the grab. That one goes on Ja Hatchett. Ginzer will check in here for Snip. We'll see Tompkins come in for Hatchett. That's the 3rd on Ja. 1:10 in the second. 24-18 East Kentwood.
Yeah, great job. I saw down here a little bit ago, Chatfield didn't do much to go up and get that rebound, but he did great staying on number 22, Humphrey Rembert, and that got them the ball.
Van Slambrook off the drive, floater, off the window, no. Rebound down to Tompkins, running up the right side of the floor. No look on to Singer over the timeline. Skip pass, Wheeler all alone, a right-hand layup is good. Lead stretches to 8.
Great job by Cameron Singer for finding him up close to the rim. Great job by Wheeler for finishing that
Norton,
one.
right corner, 3 is good. Charlie Norton knocks down another one. He's got 6, 26-21 East Kentwood with 35 seconds to go in the first half.
5 points can be made with 30 seconds left, but it looks like East Kentwood's going to try to hold this one down.
Wheeler, right corner, lobs up top to Tompkins. Faced up against the trapping 2-3 zone. Left corner, Singer tries the quick 3. Rattles out, rebound Ginzer, running with 19 up the left side of the floor. Angles with 16. Ginzer steps back, left corner with 14. Drives, pull-up shot, elbow. Too strong. Forward to Tompkins with 10. Tompkins running up the middle of the floor with 8. Over the timeline, crosses. Into the lane with 5. Tompkins stops with 3. Throws up top to Singer. Lobs right wing to Wheeler. Drives with half a second. Right hand shot, no good. And that will send us to the half. 26-21. East Kentwood by 5. Jenison hanging tough.
Yeah, they are hanging in there for sure. They are finding their way through pressure. They're finding their way through these mismatches, which, as we've seen so far, there are a lot of height mismatches, and that is something that they have to battle against tonight.
Absolutely. A 5-point lead for East Kentwood at the break. This one is going to be good, so do not go anywhere. We'll be right back with some scoring and with some highlights from the first half.
Looking for a great place to buy a used truck or car? Check out Extreme Truck and Auto Center, located at 1098 O'Malley Drive in Coopersville. They have a huge selection of trucks, cars, vans, and SUVs. Stop by their lot or give them a call at 616-384-3777. You can check out their inventory at xtacenter.com.
Michigan hearing experts sell and service several brands of hearing aids. Are you having trouble having a conversation or unable to hear the latest play of the game? We perform comprehensive hearing exams and use real ear measurements to ensure optimal functioning hearing aids for your unique needs. Our highly trained doctors of audiology are dedicated to helping you reconnect with your world. Visit MichiganHearingExperts.com to find a location near you and take the first step towards better hearing with Michigan Hearing Expert.
Cornerstone University.
The professors are very open to helping whenever they can.
Academic excellence, character-driven athletics, Christ-centered community involvement.
Cornerstone has been a great opportunity for me to grow as a leader, just being able to approach people and be warm and welcoming and hospitable.
Experience it for yourself. Attend a Golden Eagle Day at Cornerstone for a taste of campus life and the chance to meet faculty and staff. To arrange a visit for your high school junior or senior, go to cornerstone.edu. Cornerstone University. Build a life that matters.
The Grand Rapids Sports Hall of Fame celebrates the city's rich sports history by honoring prominent West Michigan athletes and those who have contributed greatly to sports on a local, state, or national level. A class is elected each year and then honored at an induction ceremony in the fall. They also prevent annual events in support of West Michigan athletics, and they raise funds to support local youth organizations and charities. Follow them on Facebook or check out the pictures and biographies of all 181 inductees at grshof.com.
All right, welcome back here to Byron Center, our Farmers Insurance halftime show. Jenison holding tough at the half once again. They trail by just 5 and a tough to score one. In this one, Ja Hatcher right now leading all scores. He has 11. And Slambrook next up in terms of Jenison scores. He has 7. Lead the way. You can see Storms with 6, a couple of triples, and some of the rest of the scores as well. A lot of scoring coming off the bench. Christian Humphrey Remberts held scoreless so far. Just been that kind of game so far. Jenison doing what they need to do to kind of stay in it. Let's take a look at some highlights from the first half. We start with this, Charlie Norton triple.
More being allowed than we saw in the previous game with a different set of officiating crew.
Ginzer, right corner, Norton tries a 3, splash, right down the hatch.
Wow, that was a high arc, and it was easy.
Next, another tough finish for Jenison. This time, Chris Van Slambrook with a really tough one that brought the team within a score. By Hatchett with 59 seconds. Swung right corner. Van Slambrook around a screen. Will back it out with a right-hand dribble. Alternate hands. Van Slambrook drives with 52. Takes it to the basket. Reaching way up. What a finish, Van Slambrook. Jenison back within. And lastly, live, I don't know if it was 25, 26, 27 feet, but it was on from the volleyball line or even deeper. Ja Hatchett, a deep, deep triple to answer. Down for Darryl Tompkins Jr. Lobs up top for Hatchett. Tries a deep, deep three. Good! From in between the rings, 25 plus feet out, a triple from Ja Hatchett. All right, so there's a look at some highlights at the break. East Kentwood leads by just 5, 26-21. We'll be right back here on our Farmers Insurance Halftime Show.
As the voice of Michigan's student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports should be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive. We believe that athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe that students in the stands should have fun,
but not take away the focus from the game.
We believe coaches should act like teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and support their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
We are Centennial Securities,
an independent firm with a team of committed professionals
who strive to exceed our clients' expectations by giving outstanding service.
We're proud to be part of our community where we live and work.
Upgrade to Music Jams Premium to get uninterrupted listening on all your favorite tunes. Click here to start your 7-day free trial.
If it's important, it's not worth compromising. Which is why with Farmers, you don't have to compromise quality to get great savings on your insurance. I got this.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Every high school sporting event in the state of Michigan has one thing in common: officials. Every game, every meet, every match. Without officials, there'd be no touchdowns, no three-pointers, no face-offs. Without officials, there'd be no games. Officiating is a great way to give back to your community and stay involved with the sports you love. And officials are needed now more than ever, because without officials, it's just practice.
As the voice of Michigan's student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports should be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive. We believe that athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe that students in the stands should have fun,
but not take away the focus from the game.
We believe coaches should act like teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and support their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
All right, welcome back. Second half, Jenison, East Kentwood both out warming up. Nate Dreyer, Aiden Lynch here on game night. It is March on MGN, and they're trying to do it again. 26-21 at the break, and Jenison again finding a way to hang tough right now.
Yeah, something we talked about before this was, not to draw the focus away from Jenison, but Humphrey Rembert, he has not put any points on the board, and that is mostly because of Jenison. Jenison is keeping their eyes on him, but you can't take away to the fact that he might not have points on the board, but he definitely has enough for stats for rebounds and his passing tonight.
Yeah, right now this zone for Jenison's really been wreaking some havoc, and I think if it weren't for the shooting ability of Ja Hatchett over top of the zone, this could be an even more different game than what we have seen.
Oh, 100%. I feel like it could be easily tied up right now if Ja Hatchett didn't even pull up from the volleyball line, right? So, Jenison's doing a great job with their zone defense. They just got to keep it up and not get tired out. And East Kentwood, they're going to draw something up in their locker room. Well, they probably already have to figure it out.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, final 48 seconds. I mean, we'll see if Jenison can do it. They're going to have to try to force some havoc, but this is where havoc gets forced the other way. East Kentwood's done it all year long for multiple years under Coach Mike Thomas. The second half run and jump, when it comes, it seems to be even that much more aggressive than the early part of the game. That's what Jenison is about to have to try to survive.
100%. And Jenison has shown to us that they can do anything that they put their minds to. Their record may not show it, but the kids themselves definitely have something in them that will allow them to do things if they put their mind to it.
Bit different lineup for East Kentwood. They'll bring Singer out instead of Bowman to start the ball game, so a 4-guard lineup for Coach Thomas. Fresh 8 minutes on the board. East Kentwood gets the ball left to right out of the break. They're in the home white jerseys. Traveling greens for Jenison, and the Wildcats go to their 2-3 zone, and East Kentwood will whip it around against it. Left wing, Tompkins Jr. Up top for Singer. Angle drive, paddle pass, right corner, Hatchett. Lobs right block to Storms. Up top, Singer. Quick catch and shoot 3. Rattles out, rebound Storms. Leaning put back, strong but a foul will send Landon Storms to the strike.
Yeah, 100%, and that foul is 100% coming from Van Slambrock. He's behind. He's the one who wasn't there. He didn't have the advantage to get that rebound. That's what screwed him over there.
All right, this will be Storms at the line. Right hand free throw, too strong. The 6'2 junior kind of struggling at the stripe right now in this one. He'll try to line up another one after a quick word and a quick touch to the chest from Ja Hatchett, trying to square in his fellow junior. Storms, spins, bends, right hand free throw, good. Able to hit 1 of 2 at the stripe. Storms now with 7 in the ball game. Full court pressure here coming from East Kentwood. 1-2-2 trap over the timeline to Norton. Skips left corner to Van Elst. Baseline drive, stops at the block. Left corner reaching past Chatfield. He's doubled. Chatfield splits the defense, drives, leads, scores. Chatfield breaks the trap and scores.
Great job by Chatfield. He had 2 players on him, and he squeezed right through and got up to the rim.
Lead is 4. Lob to the right elbow. Storms, jump stop, spins on the pivot. Right wing for Hatchett. Swung left wing to Singer, back up top. Tompkins, right corner, baseline drive. Hatchett, reverse layup. Got the friendly touch and falls. A circus shot for Ja Hatchett is good. He has 13 with 6:52 to go.
Ja Hatchett shows that he will put his body on the line just to get those shots off.
Out of the pressure, a foul gets called on the reaching Daryl Tompkins Jr., the 5'11 junior. Will now get ready to pressure the inbound near side, right to left. Here comes Jenison. Norton to throw in. Man-to-man full court pressure here. Here's Ginzer, the sophomore. 6:47 to go. Over the timeline in the third quarter. Then Slambrook out of the trap right corner. Curls, top of the key. Then Slambrook drives, jump pass, left corner. Ginzer tries the 3, good! The sophomore right down the hatch. It's a 1-score game.
Pierce Ginzer is feeling himself right now, and he's feeling it with the student section.
Tompkins, left wing. Singer, swung right wing now to Hatchett. Up top for Tompkins against the zone. Free throw line Storms. Jump stop. Up top Tompkins. Right wing Hatchett. Angle drive along the baseline. Pull up 2. Rattles out. Rebound paddled into Chatfield. Here comes Jenison.
Yeah, Jenison's doing a great job right now, especially with their defense.
Norton, right corner. Van Elst to tie. Missed it all short. Ball kind of slipped out of his hands. Storms is off and running. Weaves up the middle of the floor. Euro step. Offensive foul. Drawn by Pierce Ginzer.
That was a great job by Ginzer for taking that foul head on. He stood there and took it like a champ. Also, Jenison is showing us that they are going a lot faster pace. East Kentwood is slowing it down. Jenison's like, we're going to run it down their throats.
Foul, the first on Storms. A bit of mop-up duty being done by Tompkins with a towel on the floor as he'll test things out and get ready for the inbound. Coach Thomas with a quick word to the official. 5:57 in the third, 29-26. East Kent with the lead. Here comes Jenison. To Ginzer. Ginzer crossing against Hatchett with a right-hand dribble. The sophomore unable to get over the timeline. Now he'll throw one over, gets high-pointed, picked off, and stolen by Singer. On the Hatchett right wing, defended here by Ginzer. Drives baseline, whipping shot, missed it all short. Poured down to Chatfield. Whole bunch of contact all over the place. Here comes Pierce Ginzer up the middle of the floor. Steps into a three. Missed it all wide to the left side to tie. It'll go back East Kentwood's way. 5.5 to go, third quarter.
I think Ginzer felt himself a little too much there, but he did have a shot, I will admit, just needs to get it up there a little more.
Again, Jenison, the 2-3 zone right here. Hatchett up top to Tompkins, left wing to Singer, 29-26. Right wing, Hatchett, lobs Humphrey Rembert, right block. To Hatchett in the corner. Tompkins, head fake, dribble drive. Lobs it for Humphrey Rembert, touching putback, rejected by the rim. Here comes Jenison against the pressure. Chatfield pushes it all the way over the timeline to Ginzer. Up top to Vince Lambrook. 4:59 in the third. 3-point lead. Into a three to tie. Off the front rim, no. Long rebound to Ginzer. Hands off. Van Elst. Left corner three to tie. Yes! We are knotted at 29.
Great job by Chatfield. I've said it and I'm saying it again. That guy has muscle on him and he can get that ball anywhere.
Unbelievable. Storms, free throw line, left corner to Singer, up top to Tompkins, right wing to Hatchett, angle drive, along the baseline, jump stop, passes up top, poked and stolen by Norton. Here comes Jenison, into a three. Off the front of the rim, no. Board chased down by Singer's body, collapses on the floor. Here comes East Kentwood. Singer up the middle, tripped up in a foul against the Wildcats. 29 all. They're doing it again, folks. 4:16 to go in the third.
Yeah, I am seeing a lot from Coach Mike Thomas over there. He is not happy with the way that these things are going, and he is letting the refs know, as we can see right now.
He is known for being a coach that works the officials, to put it mildly, and has earned a bit of a reputation for that. Tompkins will throw it in. He's also a 3-time state champion, so it works. Inbound Singer goes off the back of Householder. He's still going, by the way. That's why you can maybe see Aiden laughing on our in the booth cam. He's still going, Coach Thomas is, with the official. Left corner into Singer. Singer along the end line, bumped and fouled out of bounds by Norton, who is giving him the hip check right there. 4:13 in the third.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a bench warning soon.
I don't know. He's still going.
He is.
He's just stopped now.
That is the longest I've seen.
All right, here comes Tompkins. Against the 2-3 zone to Hatchett right wing. Across up top, Tompkins left wing to Singer. Singer lobbing across right wing to Hatchett. Hatchett drives, free throw line, pull up two, good. Tough one from Ja Hatchett to give EK the lead back. And a timeout on the floor whistled in by Coach Thomas as he calls a quick 30-seconder. We'll take one as well.
Somebody once said life moves pretty fast, and that's exactly how we like it. Want to build something? Great. Start businesses, build bridges, raise a whole city. Future in fighting crime? Want to save lives? Do it all here. But you've got to go forward fast. Because today is now, and tomorrow is soon. And to get ahead of the game, you got to get ahead of your time. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
All right, welcome back to Byron Center. 3:58 in the third, 31-29. East Kentwood being pushed to the limits by Jenison again. The Wildcats will take it down two. They'll have the basketball, and they'll face up against a 1-2-2 full court press right here. Norton near side, right to left, will slow it down to start things up in the backcourt. Here comes Norton. Throws over the timeline on the Householder. Left corner, got it to Van Elst. Van Elst all the way up top to Vince Lambrook. He'll back it out with 3:45 in the third. 2-point lead for East Kentwood. Can Jenison do it again? Down the left side of the lane, Vince Lambrook, whipping left-hand shot, no good. Householder rips the rebound away from Humphrey Rembert. Reverse layup short, but a foul. What an effort by Householder.
Great job by Householder, but I'm going to be honest there. Householder shouldn't have had to go up with that. That was a great job but the foul should have came earlier, honestly. That was a very wide and contested layup because he would have been fouled. Householder, great job ripping it, getting up.
3.5 to go. Free throw up, no good. Rattles out for Householder. We'll see a couple subs as Bowman and Reynolds will check in here for Coach Thomas. Humphrey and Tompkins take a seat. One more for Householder. Wears 34, traveling green uniforms, black shoes. Offsets the right in front of the left. Right hand free throw, good. Householder able to hit 1 of 2 at the stripe. The lead is 1 with 3.5 to go in the third.
Yeah, if you would have told me at the beginning of the game it would have been like this going into the fourth, I would not have believed you.
EK mixing, or East Kentwood facing up against some mixing pressures here out of the 2-3. Storms left corner. Up top for Singer. Swings right wing to Reynolds. Up top to Singer. Back to Reynolds. The freshman tries the 3. Good. Right down the hatch. Big triple by the freshman. 3 minutes to go. The lead is 4.
Great job by him there. That was a beautiful a beautiful pass to him and a beautiful shot.
Van Elst, right corner, lobbing, free throw line for Householder, picked and stolen away by Reynolds. The freshman off and running to the basket, shot off the backboard, blocked, but a foul. I think they'll get Householder with it. It'll send Reynolds to the stripe.
And I think that's something that we saw earlier. If you remember back a little bit, we saw the same thing from Humphrey Robert as he was going up with the ball, as Jenison was going up with the ball. They almost were trying to argue a goaltending there. Now, I don't know too much about that rule, but I know that if it's still on its way up, it still can go. I mean, it's when it's on the way down, it's when you're goaltending. Householder was pretty close there. He got up there, but ended up in a foul.
Foul has been Slambrook. That's his second. And the first free throw is no good. One more here for Reynolds, the freshman wing. 2:51 in the third. Some of just the outstanding young talent that continues to come through this East Kentwood program right at the line, wearing number 21 here. Bends the knees, right hand free throw. Off the back rim, no. Rebound to Hatchett, reaches high to snag it. Possession continues. Hatchett lost his footing, stolen by Snip, over the timeline to Norton. Norton gives it to Ginzer, right wing, then Slambrook. Angles around the defender, spin move, jump stop, right block, up top Ginzer. Ginzer angles free throw line, right wing, then Slambrook, jab step, spins into the lane, shot, rejected away, taken by Householder, rips towards the basket, spins, works, hooks, good from Householder. Lead is 2 again.
Great job by Householder finding that entryway to the basket. Something about this Jenison team, they can find anybody.
Jenison's going man-to-man right here. Singer drives to the basket, whips it up and gets fouled. Singer will go to the stripe, 2:10 in the third, 34-32. I don't know how I feel about going to man-to-man right here. It allows for the athletes of East Kentwood to start winning like they did right there with Singer. That foul will be the second on Ginzer, and that is the 5th on the Wildcats.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Pays right now, I am not going into the man-to-man coverage. It's helped you the whole game to be in that zone. It's worked with you. Don't switch it up now until you have to.
First free throw at the back rim, no. East Kentwood really struggling at the stripe. One more here coming up for Singer, the junior. 2:10 in the third. 2-point lead for East Kentwood. Second one rattles out, hung on the front rim, would not fall. Here comes Norton, angles left, on for Van Slambrook left wing, clutches with the right hand. For Ginzer right wing with 2 minutes to go in the third, the lead is 2. Ginzer across the floor. Skips it, Householder top of the key. Working slowly right here on the Wildcats. Right corner for Ginzer, the sophomore, or for Norton. Spins, up top, triple try. Off the back rim, no for Householder. Rebound down to Hatchett. 1:44 in the third, 2-point lead for East Kentwood.
Great job by both Hatchett and Singer for being at that ball to get that.
Norton reaches on Hatchett before he clutches up a right-hand shot, and that will send Ja Hatchett to the line for 2. That foul on Norton is his 3rd. Chatfield, Van Elston, Householder, Snip coming out. Sorry, Norton coming out. So off the 3rd foul, Norton will be forced to take a seat. Going to the line is Ja Hatchett. Hatchett bends, flicks it up. rattles it down. First one is good for Hatchett. Lead goes to 3. Tompkins will check in for Singer. 16 points now for Ja Hatchett. He's leading the way.
We've seen a lot of different people in for Jenison, but it looks like Coach Mike Thomas is keeping his people he trusts the most in during this game.
Second one from Hatchett is good. He's able to hit them both. He's got 17 points in the ball game now. 1:34 to go in the third. Faced up against a 1-2-2 trap. Ginzer goes over the timeline, over the head of Snip, straight into the chest of Coach Paez, and it'll go back the other way.
Yeah, I wouldn't be happy if I was Coach Paez either. Your team just threw the ball way to you.
Back to the 2-3 zone for Jenison. 1:23 in the third. The lead is 4. Tompkins across the floor. Directs some traffic to the left wing. Watched here by Snip out of the zone. Tompkins around a screen. Goes right wing Hatchett. Extra pass, right corner Reynolds. Triple try. Good. The freshman again. He has been huge for East Kentwood.
Great job by Hatchett for finding him. If Hatchett hadn't got that one more, that three-pointer wouldn't have been in.
Van Elst throws over the head of Chatfield. Stolen away by Reynolds. 54 seconds to go in the third. The lead is 7 for East Kentwood. Hatchett, right corner, 3. Off the front rim, no. Board down to Snip with 46 seconds in the third. Over the timeline to a running Vince Lambrook. Vince Lambrook probing in, backs it out against Storms. Left corner for Snip. Snip angles up top, right wing. Van Elst tries a quick 3. Good! Van Elst hit it.
I'm watching here 14, Jaden Bauman and Chatfield. He is really getting into Chatfield, holding Chatfield, getting his elbow into his neck. Seems like there's going to be a little bit of something there.
16 seconds in the third, 4-point lead for EK. Jump pass, Hatchett left wing, back up top to Daryl Tompkins Jr. Back to Hatchett, swung left corner. The freshman tries another one, rattles on out for Reynolds. Rebound, Bowman, put back short, board Reynolds, and he's sent down to the floor on his hook with 2.4 seconds to go. And that will now send CJ Reynolds to the stripe.
Freshman is something crazy to say, especially for these teams, and I'm excited to see what else happens here.
All right, Reynolds at the stripe, 2.4 seconds. Free throw, rattles home, got the touch off the glass and falls. We'll see Stephen Jones, the freshman, check in for the first time tonight. Donovan Jones, the freshman, check in for the first time tonight for Coach Thomas. Second free throw, good. Reynolds hit them both. Snip at the buzzer. Baseball heaves it all the way down the floor. The lead is 6 at the break. We're going to step aside. Be right back here on Game Night.
The 76 Diner and Truck Stop would like to invite you and your families to come and check out their diner. With locations in both Byron Center and Coopersville, they're a great place to stop before or after the game. They have a wide variety of menu choices to feed all the kids. They serve breakfast hot all day, and they're able to accommodate all of your large group needs. Their full menu is available for takeout orders, and they have online ordering at 76truckstopdiner.com.
Welcome back, Nate, Aiden, final quarter, 41-35. Jenison pulled a miracle already. They got a tougher one to pull here tonight. They've been certainly trying it, though, Aiden. They've done a lot of things to frustrate this East Kentwood team. Only a 6-point game after 3.
Yeah, trying is a very good word to use, and they are trying their best. Their defense has been going good until they went up to the man, but they soon realized that the man was not the way to go, went back into that zone defense, and here they're getting close again.
CJ Reynolds, the freshman, as East Kentwood comes away with a steal with fellow freshman Donovan Jones. He has 11. Jones on to Tompkins, spins in the lane, hook shot, no. Rebound, Chatfield. Chatfield ripping it down against the trio of pressure. Here comes Ginzer. He's got numbers. Gave it left side. Norton into the 3. Gets defended off here and will give it up top on to Ginzer. 30 seconds gone. Lead is 6 for EK. Sophomore Ginzer defended by freshman Reynolds here. Reynolds pokes it out to center court. Ginzer lets it go out of bounds as he boxes out his man, and Jenison keeps it right side. 7:24 to go in the fourth. Pressure upping again right here from EK.
Great job by Chatfield there. Got a great strong rebound just a little bit ago, and that is what helps Jenison get the ball here.
Ginzer down the left side of the lane. Gave it out top or left wing, curling top of the key with Slambrook. Between the legs, drops it for Ginzer. Up fake. Probes in, backs out. 7:11 to go in the ball game. Whip pass, Van Slambrook drives, jump pass, left corner Norton. Work down Van Elst. He'll try a 3 left wing. Falls short. Rebound. Chatfield on the floor with Bowman tying up after it. Held ball is called. And it will go East Kentwood's way on the alternating possession. 7:01 to go in the ball game. 41-35.
Yeah, great job by Chatfield for attempting to try to get into that mess. Great job also by 14 Bauman for getting into that mess and giving East Kentwood the ball back after the jump ball.
Hatchett will come in here for Bowman after that play, so a little bit more of a guard-oriented lineup. Really 4 guards and a wing right now for Coach Thomas.
Yeah, we're not seeing much height out here at all. Chatfield, almost the tallest player out there besides number 21, C.J. Reynolds.
We'll go against a 2-3 zone right here. Reynolds on the drive, right corner Storms, catch and shoot 3. Off the connector, no. Fight for the rebound, drags bodies out of bounds. Last touched out by Tompkins and the Falcons. Jenison takes over, 6:42 to go in the ballgame, 41-35 East Kentwood.
And just as we spoke, Bauman goes back in. He's one of the taller players.
Also one of the better athletes that East Kentwood has to offer. Some full court pressure coming on here from the Falcons. A 1-2-2 full court trap. Ginzer, far side, going right to left, starts the dribble. The sophomore skips near side to Norton. He'll angle over the timeline. Norton trapped up, skips it on for Ginzer. Right wing Van Elst, reaching past Chatfield, settles it down, right block, turns against the double team, and a foul gets whistled on the Falcons for their first of the quarter. 6:25 in the fourth, 6-point lead for East Kentwood.
Chatfield is such an asset for Jenison, and that is an understatement. He is super strong and playing with his heart right now.
Foul on Bowman for his second. Right corner inbound on to Ginzer. Defended here by Storms. Ginzer, right wing Van Elst. Van Elst tries to lob inside, poked and stolen away. Here comes Landon Storms, angling up the middle of the floor, drives to the basket. 2-hand shot, no good. Tompkins put back, low off the window, good. Darryl Tompkins Jr. on the follow in the finish. All the way down the floor, driving Van Slambrook. Left-hand shot is good. Van Slambrook goes coast to coast to answer right away and be able to keep things where they were. 43-37. Timeout from the Jenison bench. We'll take one too.
Hearing experts sell and service several brands of hearing aids. Are you having trouble having a conversation or unable to hear the latest play of the game? We perform comprehensive hearing exams and use real ear measurements to ensure optimal functioning hearing aids for your unique needs. Our highly trained doctors of audiology are dedicated to helping you reconnect with your world. Visit MichiganHearingExperts.com to find a location near you and take the first step towards better hearing with Michigan Hearing Expert.
It's not going to attack.
All right, welcome back here to Byron Center. Nate Dreyer, Aiden Lynch, 2 minutes gone. Final frame, 43-37. East Kentwood's lead. It feels like right now Jenison's going to need one kind of section where they get a couple bounces in a row and they're able to get a couple of scores in a row to close this thing, to kind of just clench things up a little bit for East Kentwood. If East Kentwood's able to stay this comfortable with this sort of gap, they'll be okay. But it's the same thing that happened to Grandville. It was when Jenison got the lead, when Jenison got it within a score, that's when things kind of tensed up, and Grandville made more mistakes. East Kentwood might make more mistakes. They kind of have more to lose. Even though both teams' season ends, if it ends, or if they lose here tonight, there's still a little bit more to end. This is the East Kentwood team that thinks they have a state championship in mind versus a 3-win Jenison team that's just playing the Cinderella darlings of West Michigan right now.
Yeah, that's perfectly said, Nate. And I feel like the momentum in all of these sports is about momentum, and with how big of a section we have behind us, I think they can do it.
Hatchett Jump pass, right corner Reynolds, curls around a screen, takes it out right wing. Reynolds crossover dribble between the legs, angles on Ginzer, drives, right hand flip shot off the back rim, good. Reynolds, the freshman now with 13 in the ball game. What a game for him off the bench. 5:37 to go, 45-37. Ginzer around a screen, angles down the left side, left corner on to Van Slambrook, left wing snip. Hard pass down low, Norton saves it. Up top, Van Slambrook, bit of space, up fake. Norton, left corner. Curls free throw line, whip pass, tips around, out of bounds, last off of the reaching Jaden Bowman. 5:20 to go, fourth quarter, 45-37 EK.
Very smart play there by number 4, Jordan Snip. Let that ball go out of bounds and held himself there so that East Kentwood didn't have a chance to save it.
Snip, right corner, defended by Reynolds. Skips it, right block, Chatfield turns the back to Snip. Up top in Slambrook, tries a deep three, good! Right down the hatch!
And that is the momentum that they needed, and he started it right there. I believe it. I can see it. They're going to come back.
Lead is 5, 2-3 zone. Here is Tompkins with 4:55. Tompkins stops. Gives it left side to Hatchett. Back to Tompkins. Against the 2-3 zone, extending a little bit of pressure here. Watched loosely by Ginzer with 4:42 to go. Tompkins in front of the timeline. Here comes Ginzer with a bit of pressure. Throws left side to Reynolds. Back to Tompkins in front of the timeline. 4.5 to go. Bleeding some clock. Reynolds left wing. Reynolds lost his footing. Nearly went out of bounds. Able to give it up top to Tompkins.
Nearly went out of bounds and nearly a double dribble. Good thing he caught up with it.
4:15 to go. East Kentwood still bleeding clock. Right side, Hatchett with 4:11. Hatchett curling with 4:09. Right wing for Tompkins against the 2-3 zone. They don't mind it. They're going to keep killing clock up 5. Here comes Tompkins on the drive. Jump pass, corner for Reynolds with 3:58. Drives, right hand shot, swatted by Snip, out of bounds. Last touch by Snip, but out of there. Reynolds, I don't know if he got his foot landed on. He landed awkwardly. He's down on the floor, and CJ Reynolds is in a ton of pain right here with 3:55 to go.
Yeah, and I almost thought he was going to be hurting because it looked like it was almost an arm slap there. It looks like somebody came down on his foot or his knee. Looks like they're checking out his knee. I can't really tell here.
Yeah, he is struggling down on the floor along the baseline right now. A pair of athletic trainers there. We'll take this chance also to remind you to attention all golfers. If you want to keep your game in shape, the Leaderboard Indoor Golf has you covered with over 500 courses, a full bar, and 17 TVs. The Leaderboard Indoor Golf is the perfect place to work on your game, host events and parties, and compete in leagues. Visit theleaderboardgolf.com or call 616-500-8709 to book your tee time today. So, back up from the bench, or back up from the floor is Reynolds, and here comes Humphrey Rembert, the senior, the star, the D1 standout, the future D1 star, who's been on the bench for all the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's sad to say, but Jenison has a better chance now with CJ Reynolds out. CJ Reynolds was East Kentwood's one of their biggest assets.
Hatchett flying layup off the clutch, short rebound. Chatfield poked out of bounds by Bowman along the baseline. Stays with Jenison. Lead is 5. 3:44 to go. Ginzer drops for Norton. Token pressure here from Darrell Tompkins Jr. Norton crosses over the timeline, skips it, left wing Van Slambrook, drives baseline, clutching layup, good. Chris Van Slambrook, tough finish. It's a one-score game and one.
Great job by number 12, Chris Van Slambrook. We saw it from him Monday, and he's bringing it back today in full force.
He had 16 points then. He can get to 15 here. The lefty at the line to make it a 2-point game with 3.5 to go. It's up. It's good. Unbelievable. 2-point game. 45-43. Here come the Falcons.
And something that happened while we were over there, CJ Reynolds got taken off the bench into the training room. It seems like he's going to be out for the rest of the night.
Hatchett, top of the key, down the right side of the lane, layup over top of Norton. Tough finish is good, and a timeout from Coach Thomas right away after the tough finish from Ja Hatchett. We'll step aside.
There it is.
Oh, wait.
There it is.
There's the tech. There it is. It's on Coach Thomas.
No,
is it just going to be a bench
I think it's going to be a warning. He didn't tee. I think it's going to be a warning.
It is. It is just a bench warning and then a timeout called against Coach Thomas. So I would say keep your eye on that. We'll stay with you through the break as we're going to see Donovan Jones get set to check in here for the Eagles. Thanks as always to Centennial Securities, Farmers Insurance. Aiden, my goodness, the games this week. Chandler, out for the week. You've come in, and every game has been beyond centered.
Well, yeah, two things. One, Chandler doesn't even know what's going on right now because he has no signal.
Right.
So he's going to come back and be surprised as we were. But number two, this happened last year. I don't know if it's just me, but upsets have been happening, and I might be bad luck or good luck. It depends on how you look at it.
It probably depends on what side you're on. I think for our entertainment, this certainly is good luck. Jenison trying to do it again. They trail 47-43 with 3 minutes to go. Then Slambrook, left corner, drives on Tompkins. Jump stop to the basket. Left-hand shot is good for Ben Slambrook again. He has 17. The lead is 2 with 3 minutes to go.
Van Slambrook, he ups his game. 16 on Monday, 17 on Wednesday.
Hatchet down the right side of the lane, crosses back right corner, drives, and a foul gets whistled on Van Slambrook, the first of the quarter on the Wildcats. 2:49 to go. That foul on Van Slambrook is his third. Humphrey Rembert will check in for Donovan Jones.
Yeah, and I'm kind of on Jenison's side with that one. Van Slambrook had his hands out, and he was sitting out wide. It might be because he set himself a little too much.
Lob to Humphrey Rembert, right corner, drops it for Hatchet. Hatchet curls right wing, defended by Van Slambrook. Drives free throw line, pull-up shot, missed it short, barred down to Ginzer, and Hatchet is down and hurt. Here is Ginzer, 5-on-4 break. Hatchet hurt behind the play. Van Slambrook top of the key, into the lane, poke from behind. He and Bowman fighting. To the corner, bodies everywhere. Now a whistle and a foul on East Kentwood. 2:27 to go. The foul's on Ja Hatchet. He got back into the play. He dives. He commits a foul. That's his fourth. It's the third on the team. 2:27 to go.
Wow. Just that. Yeah, I'm going to let you do your thing because I'm speechless.
So am I. Timeout. Jenison bench. We'll stay with you through the break. 2:27 to go. They upset Grandville on Monday to get their third win of the year. And now the 2 seed, a state title team in terms of consideration throughout the most of the season. East Kentwood on the ropes, down 2. Jenison will have the basketball right here.
I thought for a minute that the entire East Kentwood side and the entire bench, along led by Coach Mike Thomas, was going to be out there on the floor. That was an insane turn of events. We almost thought that number 2, Tompkins, was down for good, got up, then he receives that foul after everybody's diving for the ball, goes over to Jenison.
He's still limping bad.
He's still limping, but I think Coach Thomas he knows that he can't take Tompkins out after the game he's had so far.
He'll stay in the ball game. Hatchet here. He'll be snipped to throw it in. Right side up top for Ginzer. Ginzer defended by Humphrey Rembert. Right wing, offensive foul goes against the Wildcats. I think they get an illegal screen against Snip. They do. East Kentwood takes it over. Second foul of the quarter on Jenison. A mistake there from the Wildcat guard.
Yeah, and unfortunately, just as we say it, it's going to happen again. They go back, lose some of that momentum.
That's his third foul. Cameron Singer checks in here for Jaden Bowman. 2:23 to go, fourth quarter. The Falcons left to right with a 2-point lead. We'll take it right here. Jenison's going back man-to-man this possession defensively. Going to bring some pressure with the clock ticking down. Down 2. Ja Hatchet. Left wing to Storms. Nearly poked away by Norton. Storms up top for Tompkins. 2:05 and less. Defended loosely by Ginzer. We go under 2 minutes to go. Tompkins off the drive. Lost it off his own knee. Out of bounds. Jenison basketball. Down 2. 1:58 to go. Van Alst checks in for Snip. Offense for defense. Bowman comes in for Singer for the same.
Wow. Just wow. Looks like we'll see Jones for the first time tonight as well.
Donovan Jones will check in here as there will be Tompkins going to the bench. 1 go. Here comes Ginzer. EK, some token pressure. Over the timeline to Norton. Down by 2. 1:52 to go. Defended by Humphrey Rembert. Norton crosses top of the key. Around a screen. Right corner for Ginzer. Van Elst lobs quickly, left side. Vince Slambrook, left corner, Norton, kind of a loose pass, unable to quite settle it down cleanly. He'll start the dribble. Norton to the top of the key, hands off Van Elst to the free throw line, pulls up to tie, off the back rim, no. Rebound, paddled out of bounds. Last touched by Chatfield. East Kentwood takes it with 1:28. Singer comes in.
If Chatfield only could get 2 hands on it, it would have been perfect. He was right there. He had the advantage there on Humphrey Rembert. Great job by him. Unfortunately, turn of events didn't go for him. Ball goes over.
Tompkins snip also in. Same offense for defense, defense for offense substitutions. 1:28 to go. East Kentwood by 2 over Jenison. 3-win Jenison. Looking for another upset. Tompkins, right wing. To the corner for Singer. 1:16 to go. Singer across the floor. Left wing for Tompkins with 1:11. Tompkins behind the back, dribble to the corner. Hands it off for Singer. Singer defended by Ginzer across the floor to the right side. Keeps the dribble. Singer top of the key with a 1:02. Inside a minute to go. Timeout, Coach Thomas to reset things. 47-45 East Kentwood. Thank you to Farmers Insurance and Centennial Securities for helping us bring this type of action on game night on Michigan Sports Radio. We'll stay with you through this break. 1 minute even to go. A 2-point lead.
Yeah, it's a great thing that I'm not 18 yet, because if I was, I'd be doing sports betting and I would lose. I would not have bet that this game would have turned out the way it went. The game before, yes, maybe. This game, no way. And this is such a turn of events, and that's why we call this March.
MHSAA, that was a joke about betting on high school sports, just for the record.
Yes, not on high school, yes.
1 minute exactly to go. 47-45. You know, the thing is, Jenison's had a couple of possessions, a couple of chances to tie it. They haven't been able to do so, and every time it felt like, well, this is it. Now East Kentwood's going to go up 2 scores. Now it's going to be over, but Jenison keeps coming up with the stops.
Yeah, you can say that about both teams. I don't think we've had a single point scored in the last 1 minute or more. It stayed at 47-45 for the longest time. It doesn't seem like anybody can get anything off, so it's any man's game right now, and we'll see that, especially with East Kentwood having control of the ball with 1 minute remaining.
All right, here we go. We'll break it out. Home whites for East Kentwood, traveling greens for Jenison here in Byron Center. The winner will take on host Byron Center on Friday night. Daryl Tompkins to throw in from the left side. 1 minute even to go. Snip, Hatchet, talking to each other, talking to the official. Ginzer there as well, joining in on the talking. Tompkins to throw in, lobs it to Hatchet, able to high point and snag it. Inside a minute to go, hounded on by Snip and fouled by Snip. That's just the third on Jenison. They've got a couple more to give. 57 seconds to go. Here comes Jeremiah Burks. He'll come in as Snip will stay out there with 4 fouls. It will be Vince Slambrook going to the bench.
Yeah, I saw that one coming. That ref kept a heavy eye on Snip, trying to see what would happen there.
Tompkins throws it all the way into the backcourt to Ja Hatchet. Pressured there by Norton with 53 seconds over the timeline. Norton grabs Hatchet. One more foul will send Ja and the Falcons to the stripe. That's also the 4th foul on Charlie Norton. So a bit of foul trouble getting run into by both Snip and Norton right here. And Slambrook will check in as Norton will take a seat for this next defensive possession. They're going to miss his size for sure on the wing.
Oh, 100%. And that's something that they're going to need to take a look at.
Inbound to Hatchet. Nearly lost his footing in front of the half-court line. Spinning away from the defense. Lobs it for Humphrey Rembert. Run into by Chatfield. Ball out of bounds. It'll be last off of Jenison. It will be East Kentwood basketball with 45 seconds to go. Coach Paez wants a timeout. He'll get it. Couple timeouts remaining for both teams. 45 seconds to go. We will take a quick break and be right back here on Game Night.
Was founded based on the belief that the interests of our clients must always come first.
We listen and understand your objectives before making a recommendation.
We customize the portfolio of investments to fit your goals.
It is our commitment to provide a strong line of communication.
Our services include family wealth management, saving for retirement, and estate planning and trust services.
Getting started is as easy as picking up the phone. After all, when everything is said and done, isn't it about time?
It's the final game, folks. This one wins the series.
Struck out with the cheap seats? Important things aren't worth compromising. At Farmers, we offer both quality insurance and great savings. Here, take mine.
We are Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
45.2 on the clock from Byron Center. 47-45, East Kentwood leading Jenison by 2. The Cardiac Cats trying to do it again. Inbounded to Humphrey Rembert. High points defended left corner by Chatfield. Turns with 42. Chatfield will grab and foul Christian Humphrey Rembert. Send him to the stripe right here. A 2-point game. The foul shooting about to begin. Norton is set to check in. Van Els set to check in.
I have a feeling it's going to be foul central here, but to be honest, East Kentwood has not been showing well at the line, so we'll see what happens.
Humphrey Rembert, a very, very tough night. He has not yet scored, folks. First one is good. He now has first points of the ball game for Christian Humphrey. It's a 3-point game. He's got one more to make it a 2-score game with 41 seconds to go.
Yeah, Jenison's going to have to hope that he doesn't make this one. Try to get a 3 to tie it up and hold the ball off.
Here we go. Ball with Humphrey Rembert. Stares at the basket. Bends the knees. Right hand free throw. Good. Hit them both. The lead is now 2 scores. And Humphrey Rembert has 2 points.
Still have a chance. Hopefully, Jenison, the chance there is if they get fouled on a 3-point shot.
Norton hassle in the backcourt. Over the timeline with 38 seconds to go. Down by 4. Drops it. Left wing on for Van Slambrook. Right wing for Van Elst. Norton passing away. Pope nearly stolen. Van Elst settles it down. Now a whistle off the ball. It's a timeout called by Coach Paez. 28.1 on the clock. 49-45. A wild possession. Didn't like the way that was setting up, and Jenison going to need points here. But again, also going to need 2 points. They need any sort of points to extend this ball game, and they need them quickly to try to give them as many chances down the stretch to foul and score as possible.
Yeah, great job by Coach Paez there, seeing that his team was not comfortable in that situation, calling that timeout, allowing them to reset. He's drawing something up right now, and he's hoping that that will get them the chance to either tie it up or obviously win. Obviously, you want to win, but at this point, you're hoping for a tie-up to go into OT.
Impossible to believe what we've seen here this week out of Jenison. 2 wins during the regular season, 1 win within the OK Red. Yet here they are, 28-1, 28.1 on the clock, and one of the top teams, a top 10 team in the state for a lot of the year. East Kentwood, a top 4 or 5 team in the area by a lot of rankings all year with D1 talent all over the floor. Truly a state championship bid type team for East Kentwood when they play their best. They have not played their best as for the second straight night. Jenison has forced the heavily favored opponent into a lot of struggle. Ja Hatchett on the floor, continuing to kind of struggle a little bit with a bit of issues to one of his injured lower legs after that play a moment ago. 28 seconds to go. Jenison the basketball out of the timeout. They trail by 4. Van Elst got it in the Ginzer right wing with 27. Right corner, Norton steps around the defender. Up top to Ginzer with 23. Tries to drop Van Slambrook. Ball on the floor. Chatfield ripping it away. A held ball will be called. Alternating possession will stay here with Jenison. 17.3 on the clock. 10 more seconds killed off right there by the Falcons defensively.
Yeah, I mean, saying that East Kentwood isn't playing their top game is an understatement, and I think it goes without saying. Look what a 3-20 team is doing to this team. Oh.
Van Elst gets ready to throw it in. Kicks it into Ginzer, nearly stolen away. Left wing Van Elst, quick 3! Off the front rim, no. Rebound, batted around, taken by Storms. On to Hatchett with 9. Hatchett over to Storms with 7. And he's fouled by Chatfield, who goes crashing into the scorer's table. Ja Hatchett to the stripe, and East Kentwood has about got this one survived.
Yeah, but I have a feeling that if East Kentwood does survive this one, they're going to have a long talk in that locker room or within the next coming days.
I mean, again, Jenison has done some things the last couple days. This has not looked like the same Jenison team from all season, but still a lot going to have to be worked on before they take on a Byron Center team on Friday. First free throw is good for Landon Storms. He has 8. The lead is 5 with 6 seconds to go.
Yeah, nothing that you would have expected here tonight, but props to them for staying up with it.
Second free throw, Storms rattles out, no good. Rebound secured by Bowman. Up top for Hatchett, he'll dribble it out, and East Kentwood will survive. What an effort by Jenison. A week to remember for them. The upset against Grandville, and they nearly pull it off against one of the top-ranked teams in the state of Michigan, the hyper-talented Falcons of East Kentwood, but the attempt will fall just short. 50-45 the final. Aiden, East Kentwood survives, and there's really nothing more to it than that.
Yeah, you're right. There is nothing more to that. Props to Jenison for what they did tonight. They were the underdogs coming into this, and they came out in more ways than one tonight, and we have seen a lot. But East Kentwood, they got a lot to work on if they're going to want to go against Byron Center and keep up with Byron Center. We saw what Byron Center did and can do. We just got to see what happens with East Kentwood. They're going to have a long night and a long day tomorrow preparing for Friday.
What a finish to their season. What a statement they made, and I think all the respect in the world to this Jenison team, and a lot of obviously a lot of doubters and a lot of questioning of what they would look like in these basketball games. And they first beat Grandville, the third-place team in the OK Red, and they then give East Kentwood the #2 team in the OK Red, and a team that truly sees themselves as a district and a region and beyond championship contender. They certainly gave them a run for their money. We've got a lot to get to. We'll get you some highlights. We'll get you some stats and much more. Wrapping this one up, it will be East Kentwood and Byron Center on Friday night from Byron Center in District 7.
The 10 winners of the Nobel Peace Prize or the last 5 Miss Americas, the point is the applause dies and the achievements are forgotten. But can you name 3 friends who helped you through tough times or teachers who encouraged you in school? We remember those who make a difference in our lives. I'm Randy Hansen, president of Centennial Securities. What matters to us are the personal relationships we have with our clients, helping them build a secure financial future. As a Centennial Securities customer, you know what I mean. If you're not, isn't it about time?
Member SIPC and FINRA.
Hey everyone, Nate from Michigan Game Night. If you haven't already, make sure to check out the MGN shop. You can find it through MichiganGameNight.com or the Michigan Game Night page on Michigan Sports Radio. Click on the Buy MGN Merch button or tab on either page and find your way on over. You can check out a store that has hats, beanies, sweatshirts, t-shirts, water bottles, and everything in between, from just simple MGN logo designs to playoff featured designs with famous calls and moments from MGN, and much, much more. Make sure you check out the MGN shop through MichiganGameNight.com or MichiganSportsRadio.com/MGN.
Can you identify your #1 personal trait? The thing that you do better than most others? If not, this may be a good time to think this through. If you're really good at writing, then why use the phone? If you're great on the phone, why use email? If you have exceptional human relation skills, why sit back and let others lead? I'm Randy Hansen, president of Centennial Securities Company. Playing to our strengths is something we do very well at Centennial. And if you're already a customer, you know what I mean. If not, isn't it about time?
Member SIPC and FINRA.
All right, welcome back here to the Farmers Insurance postgame show. Nate Dreyer, Eden Lynch with you, 50-45. East Kentwood able to survive another comeback or another upset comeback attempt from Jenison here tonight as their magical run. It's only going to go 1 game total, or 2 games total, I should say, 1 win. But my goodness, they made quite the statement in those couple games that they made. Now East Kentwood will have to try to regroup some things, lick their wounds, both literally and physically, as well as some injuries that they suffered in this game before they get back at it on Friday against Byron Center and try to win a district championship and keep their season rolling on. Ja Hatchett leads all scorers with 19 points. How about C.J. Reynolds off the bench with 13 for East Kentwood? Terrific play out of that freshman. Crispin Slambrook had 16 against Grandville. He puts up 17 here tonight. Second half, back and forth we went. One of the high point moments was this one, though, and late in the third quarter, it was Van Ellis knocking down a triple to tie the game. And after that, Jenison was constantly kind of down 1 to 2 scores, trying to stay in it. They got within a score a couple of times, but this was kind of the high point moment where they really made East Kentwood uncomfortable. 4:59 in the third, 3-point lead, into a three to tie, off the front rim, no, long rebound to Ginzer, hands off, Van Elst, left corner three to tie, yes! We are knotted at 29!
Great.
Again, back and forth at the line, Humphrey Rember able to knock down a couple of free throws, the only points of the night for CHR, able to hit 2 at the line, ice the ball game with that, and let's move on to our Farmers Insurance play of the game. We'll actually go back to the first half for this one. It was Ja Hatchett. It was about 28 feet deep, a deep, deep triple. And this push at the end of the second quarter, when you look back on the game, was probably the best push East Kentwood had all game and might have been the difference. Inbound for Darryl Tompkins Jr. Lobs up top for Hatchett. Tries a deep, deep three. Good! From in between the rings, 25-plus feet out, a triple from Ja Hatchett. All right, so that, our Farmers Insurance play of the game. We go to Centennial Securities, who offers the investments and advice for your best financial game plan. They present our winning game plan, and we're going to flip it, because technically it's winning game plan. This award has always gone to the winning team every time we've ever handed it out for years. I'm going to break the rule tonight, because even though they fell short, the 2-3 zone, the way that Coach Paez and these Wildcats slopped up the ball game, they did an unbelievable job to make it a game. Just an incredible coaching job. They fall short, but what an effort.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I've only watched Jenison 3 times. One time against Hamilton, which was obviously that one time, and then Monday and today, and I'm coming out of this game with a heck of a lot more respect for this Jenison team and a lot of players on this team. These guys fought hard, and they scrapped it together to, impress and prove all of us wrong almost.
They slopped it up. That was one of the best. It's been well known this year. The Achilles heel to East Kentwood is when you can slow them down, when you can zone them up and change some of their driving lanes and what they want to do. But at the end of the day, this is one of the better uses, I think, of that zone. A truly, really, really impressive effort. Rainbow Grill in Grandville's open from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Monday through Saturday. They present our Player of the Game award. He battled through injury down the stretch, but Ja Hatchett hit that deep three, hit a couple other threes to push it along the way, but led the way scoring on a day that Humphrey Rembert was quiet, Tompkins was quiet. They had to go to the freshman Reynolds to help. The difference in this ball game was Ja Hatchett, especially that little first half burst he went on. When East Kentwood needed points, Hatchett got him.
Yeah, Hatchett put it right through the hatch, to say the least. That guy was insane from behind the arc, but insane inside the arc. And behind the scenes, he had so many great passes. So many passes that made the game different for East Kentwood. It's these guys, they always are getting credit for their their points. How many points did this guy get? How many points did this guy get? Hatchett, great all-around player, multi-use, great job from every point in him and on defense.
All right, it will be Byron Center and East Kentwood on Friday on Michigan Sports Radio. I believe Joey Sutherland and our East Kentwood broadcast team is the one that you can expect to see here with us tonight. Game night will be elsewhere. Keep an eye out to @MI Game Night on social media. There's a district going on at West Ottawa. We're Zealand West, and I believe Grand Haven won that game. Haven't seen the final score. That'll be a final. Of course, there's a big final at Mona Shores. There's a big final based on who wins also, whether or not it's covered by a different team at Unity Christian and all across the area. So stay tuned at MI Game Night tomorrow. We will get things in. We will announce where we are going to be for Friday for District Championship night on game night. What a night it was. Both games. One we expected to be close, the other one not so much, and they both were absolute thrillers. Byron Center, East Kentwood, both survive. Nate Dreyer, and again, I want to thank Aiden Lynch Jr. from Hamilton High School. Did a great job filling in this week for CT. Really enjoyed having you on with us the last couple of nights. Thanks to Centennial Securities. Thanks to Farmers Insurance. Thanks to everyone at Michigan Sports Radio and Michigan Game Night. We'll see you all on Friday. TBA at MI Game Night tomorrow. We'll make that announcement where we're going to be. What a night. Byron Center, East Kentwood. Move on to Friday night.